Pac-Man.
Oh hey, can you hear a buzzing in the background by any chance?
No, I don't hear it.
No?
You can't hear the air conditioner?
No, I don't think I can hear it.
So I was roasting yesterday for nothing.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Fund the Charity Room. Just doing the final preparations for Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal for the 3DS. With me I got Mia, as always.
Hello.
And Lewis, joining me again from Undertale yesterday. A really good time, by the way. I looked back in that playthrough and that came out really, really well.
Awesome.
Nice.
Anyway,
That was fun.
so as I get the final preparation started here, Mia, do you want to explain to the audience what we're doing here?
Yeah, you're raising money for the Dreamscape Foundation. Specifically, we're raising money to help accommodate special needs students in schools and classrooms and stuff, and which is a cause we can obviously all get behind. And if you feel like donating, feel free to click that big green button underneath the chat that says donate on it. That'll take you to a GoFundMe where you can donate and stuff, and feel free to leave a comment for one of the incentives, like what game I play first for Action 52, or what version of Castlevania Symphony of the Night Johnny plays, or what character Ryan will play as in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time.
Unless you're watching a backlog of this stream 2 weeks later, in which case none of that really matters anymore.
Yeah, essentially.
But
Sorry.
you can still raise money for the Dreamscape Foundation. And hey, they got a PayPal!
Actually, just to stress, if you do want to help out, like after the fact, you can still go on to Dreamscape's website. I think it's
Absolutely.
dreamscapefoundation.com, and feel free to donate there, and that'll help them out.
Absolutely. Most definitely. On the subject of this game, though, I've never so much as seen the damn thing outside of John's review, so this is going to be interesting.
I
Same.
hope so. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm going to do one final plug on Twitters, and then we'll be good to go, folks.
I do like the Sonic Boom franchise as a whole. Not necessarily the games, but the characters rather. And they did manage to bust out a slightly more nice-looking version of Sonic Dash for it. So I guess it's got something going for it in the gaming arena. Although that's just kind of sad because the mobile game does the automated rail running thing a whole lot better than the actual console game does.
Oh yeah, let me just do a plug. Sorry, what were you saying, Lewis?
I was actually just saying that Sonic Dash 2 is better than the running sections in the console game.
Yeah.
The frame rate in the console game is just all over the place during those sections. It's pretty terrible, actually.
Yeah, I haven't even played the console version because I just saw it and I was like, I just saw the reaction. I was just like, yeah.
I had the dubious honor of
Hey,
recording
we
it
just
for our
got a
channel.
plug from Jim Sterling
Oh,
on
nice.
the Twitters.
Oh,
Shout
that's
outs to
kick-ass.
that man.
Thank you very
awesome.
much, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. I'll watch one more video of yours than I usually do this week.
Oh, that warms the coggles of my heart. Thank you, Jim motherfucking Sterling. Alright. Are we ready to get going? I should probably play the bumper first before we do things here. So let's remain silent. Kinda can't turn off the background music while the bumper's playing, but who cares? Hey folks, welcome to Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal for the Nintendo 3DS. This was the second game launched alongside, I don't know if it came out alongside with Rise of Lyric for the Wii U, but I
At the same
consider
time.
this the lesser of two evils. This game is by no means great, but it's playable at the very least, and here's hoping I don't spend too much time on this shit. Wow, I have 2 save files on this thing.
Well, you know, from the look of it, there's something about Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal that appeals to me a little more than, say, the portable version of Sonic Generations, if only because it looks like it has a little bit more of its own identity. Although, that doesn't necessarily mean it's better to play. It just, it feels like it has more originality to it, more, like it's a game that was made for its own sake and not just a half-assed portable version of a console game, because we need to have portable versions of these things apparently.
Can I just ask, what was the last donation that was read?
Let me see here.
Because I think we might have gotten some during the silence. when Ryan
The last
crap
one was
dead.
the dollar donation from Malaktori, so...
Okay. I'll read out the rest of them, will I?
Go ahead.
Amy! He's right fucking behind you!
We appreciate the donations during the downtime, by the way. So we got $10 from Seth Willingham. Yo, Johnny, I've been watching your vids for a year. Hope you would review that Bomberman Hero game I donated at TMG 2015. $10 from Picnic. Everyone keeps calling my name for some reason. I don't know why. Nothing to panic about.
Kudos. Yeah,
And-
the Seth Williams comment, I do appreciate the Bomberman Hero game donation, last year's TMG. I'm going to be doing a Donators Marathon at some point next year, and hopefully I pick your game out from the box. It's always random, so...
And 16 minutes ago, if we're doing Japanese lyrics, we need something manly. Get that weeboo nonsense out of here. Boo. Could Johnny, Mia, or both of you sing The Meaning of Truth from the F-Zero anime? Now, I actually don't know that.
I don't know that one either, and I'm kind of playing the game now, so it's kind of
Yeah.
have to be on the back burner for a bit.
If you want us to sing something else, maybe post in the chat board, man. Or tweet me or something.
Alright, Shatter Crystal. This is a 2D platformer. Pretty much the complement of Rise of Lyric, because this was... I forgot. B was the homing attack, yes.
Someone complimented Rise of Lyric.
Shatter Crystal was the complementary
Yeah,
game to Rise of Lyric, and... You know... I guess it's technically less complicated than Rise of... Holy shit, John. Get it together. I just like how it warps you back when you get hurt.
You can't really tell this while watching the game, but how does it feel to control Sonic in this?
Alright, so it's not terrible. Basically,
Well, yeah, but-
you have a set speed. This is your default jogging speed without holding down the run button, which is why this is your top speed right here. And this,
So
it feels
would it be- is
okay.
Would it be fair to say it feels like Lost World?
Yeah, you know what's remarkably like Lost World.
But you know, the concept of a 2D Sonic needing a run button just kind of...
I don't know. I still don't have a solid opinion on that sort of shit, I guess. My least favorite enemy in this game, or anything that requires the tether, because it's a complete pace breaker. You have to stop use your Energizer Whip, whatever it's called, remove the shield, and then homing attack them, or you can just ignore them entirely. I try to do that when I can.
Does the tether thing ever come up in the cartoon at all?
Once in the pilot? Maybe?
We just got a $20 donation from Juddy. Apologies, if there's two D's in it, it's either Judy or Juddy. I apologize. Back again, dropping some more money. Glad you all enjoyed my Undertale drawings from yesterday. By the way, drop this onto the Saturn version of Symphony of the Night because Infinite Wing Smash all the way.
Damn right, I like that guy.
All right, I'll add that. I'll do that for this one.
Okay then.
Saturn version.
Do I want to head over there yet? Yeah, because there is a large emphasis on exploration in Shattered Crystal, because you are required to find MacGuffins, purple crystals. I think I've seen that somewhere before. I don't remember where. Nah, it was definitely Mario 64. Yeah, that's where it was from. Can't be anything else. And honestly, Shattered Crystal, there's one thing I hate about it the most is that I think it's a little overemphasized exploration, because the game sort of drags, especially the first half.
You brought that up when you did Fire and Ice, didn't you? That it was like, it was just,
Well, I never played Fire and Ice.
No? No, you didn't?
It's not even out yet.
I must have been thinking of someone else then. This is going to bother me for the rest of the day now. Like,
Who said it? Who shot JR? I should probably, John, go left when you should be going right. Thing is that I don't think that there's much I can't really explore yet because I'm only playing as Sonic, and this stage has level design for all of your characters.
oh,
Sticks,
yeah.
Knuckles, Tails. I think that's it.
But in this kind of game, like, that would mean you have to go play the level as all of the characters. It's not just as simple as in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, where it was an alternate means of reaching the end, or maybe an extra special stage entrance or something like that.
You're essentially doing this to get crystals and blueprints to unlock other levels.
Yeah.
Blueprint right there.
And like, in other games that have this kind of multi-character mechanic, like, I'm thinking Super Mario 3D World, where only certain levels have a character-specific collectible, and even then, that collectible is just like a stamp, which I couldn't care about, so...
It's just like, the means of using the Enter Beam to quick travel or anything like that, it's just another button you have to press when traversing through level design. Like, because normally in 3D or 2D Sonic games, if you're going to travel over pits or anything like that, you have to use a homing attack chain. This game has both that and energy whip tethers.
So it makes it 2 points less brainless than it normally is, I suppose?
Yes, but it also, like, when you're playing the game so fast, you're running left and right at top breakneck speeds. You have to know when to interchange between homing attack and energy whip button, because they're both different buttons. One's the B button, one's the A button.
Yeah.
And instinctively, it fucks with you.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we got another donation, $2 from Jinsai Kyuzai. Apologies if I mispronounced that. Hey, John Lewis and whoever else that is. I think Mia. Yes, it's Mia. Nice to see John torture himself with Sonic Boom Shattered Memories by Ken Penders. Anyways, not much to give. May or may not give again. Either way, good luck with the annual charity. Always a pleasure to watch, and I'm hoping I can see you guys at a con again someday soon. In my opinion, your presence is a treasure. So, John, just for old time's sake, can you say, I am the Eggman, they are the Eggman, I am the Walrus, Goo Goo Gajoob. Thank you and good luck this year, dudes.
I am the Eggman. That's what he's singing, right? No.
They are the Eggman, I am the Walrus.
I am the Walrus. Goo Goo Gajoob. I'm pretty sure it's a Bentley song.
I've never actually heard the Beatles song that line comes from, by the way.
I thought it was I Am
Me
the
neither.
But, what I was gonna say is, well, I had something. Oh yeah, it was about the Shattered Memories by Ken Pender's thing.
Yeah.
You know, I would have thought that would have been a line that someone would pull on Sonic Chronicles, rather than this.
I should
I
just
mean-
post a thing I made for that actually a while ago. I think I made a Photoshop of that.
I keep trying to get myself to play Sonic Chronicles. Part of me wants to give it a chance. The other part of me knows I'll hate it.
It's like you're trying to avoid a bad to mediocre game. Oh, for God's sake, Sonic.
Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
You know, though, the thing about Sonic Chronicles that irritates me, like, the thing that really irritates me is that it's not like BioWare doesn't put out bad or mediocre games, but when they do, there's usually some quality there that makes it at least worth experiencing once. Like, Dragon Age 2 had some pretty great characters and, you know, really fun cutscenes and some good music from time to time. And good DLC. The DLC was better than the main game. But Sonic Chronicles doesn't look like it has anything. Except maybe some dialogue, I
The
guess.
dialogue is... I can defend some aspects of the dialogue, it's just everything else. Visually,
Yeah.
the game's looks, battle system is a complete mess.
And it could have been like... It looks like it could have been the Mario and Luigi of the Sonic series. Not necessarily the Paper Mario, because I associate that with some particularly specific things. But a good, fun to play, bouncy RPG, but it just wasn't there.
Nah.
This is Dust Hill beta version.
Oh, because I'm looking the other way. Oh, I have a spin dash. I completely forgot about that.
Oh, they gave him this. Is the spin dash gimped like in the console game?
It's better than Rise of Lyric spin dash. You can at least keep going.
Oh, good.
Alright, we got 3 blueprints and only 1 purple crystal.
Well then.
Trying to stop the evil Shmeo Mortex from taking over Australia. Blueprints, of course.
We got another donation, $10 from Cracker. Just wanted to donate to show my thanks to Johnny and the rest of the BSC team for making the daily travel time to my work bearable. And Lewis, Gex commentary when?
Soon.
Trademark.
There's no actual voice acting in this game except for like the opening and ending cutscenes. So everyone just speaks in grunts.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
That patented 3DS licensed game presentation style. I was going to compliment them on actually having, you know, fully articulated mouths, but then I remembered what Knuckles looks like in this game.
But you know what, though? I mean, not to keep bringing this up, but if Mighty Number 9 was at least this expressive, I'd be a little softer on it. You know, because these characters
animated
don't
faces.
move. Yeah.
Animated faces like that, and like moving dynamically in the middle of talking, whereas Mighty Number 9 had a bit of a stiffer presentation, like it was trying to be a 3D version of still frame. You know, it's not terrible. It's just kind of, you know, middling.
Oh right, Sonic Shack. That's right. I remember this. It's pretty much a jukebox, and like you can look at cutscenes again. I think your reward for getting all like the pieces of the crystal or the blueprints is that you get the Sonic cast doing the robot.
Okay.
It's the most.
Wait, so there's a sound
what
test
the
basically.
Fuck? Yeah, it's a sound
It's
test. The music that
Wonderful.
I can't remember.
So you can listen to all this wonderful music.
I have 0 tokens.
Ah,
Hey, shout out
man.
to Quincy, who gets more screen time here than Rise of Lyric ever uses him with. Alright, heading to the seaside jungle now. I think Shadow Crystal, like, totally, when you're, even with all this grinding you have to do, it's still like a 3 to 4 hour game.
Yeah. And that's the sign that it had the budget of a ham sandwich.
I like ham.
Oh, not good ham, but like the old ham that they sort of stuck in a container at the end of the day and put it on the counter at the deli, and it's like half off because it's about to go bad.
Oh, manager special ham. I
Yeah.
get you.
Yeah.
Who the fuck invited Doug? I don't even like Ren and Stimpy.
Rochambeau.
I know I'm slightly behind because I'm watching the stream instead of a screen share this time, but there's a little bit too much cutscene going on for how simple these cutscenes are presented. I mean, I give them props for some decent animation and trying to keep some general motion going on, like with that rock paper scissors thing and all that. But
Yeah, it's not terrible.
it's just a little too much story for a little too little presentation flair.
Basically.
Yeah, it's like basically and that's like it's not like I don't have that problem with other games. Like one of the reasons that I go back to the PS2 version of Persona 3 so much is that because when you translate the story into something less dynamic and more visual novel, it's harder to get into, you know?
Yeah. Just a question, Johnny. Is Lyric in this game, or is this like who's the bad guy?
Lyric.
Oh, what a dick.
It's like an alternate
Eggman in it?
dimension, sort of. Is Eggman in this game? I think he is. I honestly can't remember.
What is the deal with them having two different versions of the Lyric story?
I don't know. It's like, we're going to base off the success of the franchise on which game was the most popular. Oh, that's right, I gotta switch to Sonic.
And you know, the thing is, it's like, this version of Lyric doesn't even get any setup. He's just there at the beginning.
He's just here.
Yeah, and you know, if you're gonna have two different versions of the same timeline, then, you know, do something interesting with the what if concepts. Don't just, you know, have two versions for the sake of having two versions. If you have to have two games, fine, but be creative with it. Do what Prince of Persia did with Forgotten Sands and just make them two different stories. That was actually a really good thing that Ubisoft did there, because you got two entirely unique games in two entirely unique settings with two entirely unique storylines and bad guys.
Let's screw this on that bubble.
We got a $1 donation from my good buddy THP. Hey Mia and friends, I just want to say that I think Sonic Boom Fire and Ice will be the best Sonic anniversary game since the original Sonic the Hedgehog in 2006. Just my 100 cents. Put this $1 towards Cheetah Man and Action 52. I love you, THP. You stole that joke from me. Okay, let's see.
Yeah,
This is where the game reminds you that it's on the 3DS.
Well, because he interbeamed me to a different section of the stage.
And then if you're playing on the 2DS and you have the 3D effect off on your 3DS or something, that sequence just seems entirely pointless.
Yeah, okay. You know,
I do
though,
hope
Shadow Crystal to me is a perfectly average platformer, but I dig the concepts. I think Sansaru Games gets Sonic better than how Big Red Button tried to do something with Sonic, because, you know, mechanically, like, additional characters are just extensions of Sonic, which is how I always liked it. You know, Tails can move fast like Sonic. He can hover. That's his own unique ability. He could still homing attack and use the Enter Whip, you know? And Sonic has the Air Dash, which allows him to break, you know, those blue platforms and shit like that. I like that. That's what I want to see in a 2D game or 3D game. I want to see Sonic with his buddies who are merely extensions of himself with their own unique abilities. Without having to sacrifice what makes Sonic Sonic, and that's high-speed platforming.
Exactly. Go ahead.
No, never mind. You go ahead. I don't.
Alright,
I lost what I was gonna say anyway.
fair enough. Again, I'm kind of slightly optimistic for Fire and Ice. I'm thinking it might be actually good, but I think what I want though is I hope Eggman's the actual villain, which I've seen him a lot in the trailers. I've seen him a bit in the trailer, so I'm assuming he is. Because to me, Sonic Boom is just, a show about Sonic and friends going after Eggman. None of this lyric stuff.
Yeah, and that actually confuses me. It's like, if you're gonna make the show that simple, why try to make the tie-in game something serious and stuff? Yeah, it's just like it confuses me that they tried to bring a bad guy like Lyric in for this rather than just sticking with Eggman. Because, this was, let's keep in mind, this was the franchise that was, supposed to be aimed at younger kids rather than the general Sonic fan base. Or gamers in general, even.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it should just have been Dr. Eggman, because, he's tried and true, everyone loves him.
Yeah, I understand, I legitimately understand why the console games for modern Sonic have tried to bring in new bad guys every time and tried to bring in these complex storylines, well, complex relative to Sonic anyway, about Chaos and Black Doom and everything, because they're trying to be more than that mascot platformer about the familiar character who fights the familiar villain 600,000 times, like Mario is.
Yeah.
And while that wasn't necessarily the best decision, I understand why it was made.
At least in those games, Eggman still has a presence.
Yeah.
Eggman is trying to control Chaos. Eggman is still the villain for most of SA2. Heroes, kind of.
It's just that I understand why it happens, why they did that in those games. I don't understand why they did it in Sonic Boom. You think the familiar villain, the wacky mad scientist, would be villain enough for that kind of game. It just confuses me.
I think they were just trying to test waters, and then it ended up not working. So you know what? Just try what works.
Yeah.
Just to make sure. You never know.
Even then, I don't mind what kind of plot Sonic has as long as it's fun, which is what the adventure games managed to do.
I don't mind what plot it has. I do care about tone, though.
Yeah. Tone can be an issue.
Yeah, and when it came to tone, story-wise and cutscenes anyway, for the most part, Sonic Boom had a good tone for Sonic the Hedgehog. It was just the bad guy that confused me, really.
Yeah, I don't mind Sonic Boom's tone.
Yeah, I actually think that it being, for cutscene animation specifically, it being developed by a Western studio did it some good, because it brought in a different animation style than we're used to seeing in Sonic.
I would still say Rise of Lyric has some of the best animated cutscenes.
Yeah,
in Sonic history.
That's the stuff that I'm thinking of. The squash and stretch, the way they're all more expressive. It's a more Western cartoon animation style, and that fits Sonic because Sonic's design is pretty obviously based off of Disney characters. So,
absolutely, I think it works. It's just that everything else around it doesn't.
Yeah,
fine, Cliff.
Ladybug.
I'm saying this again, these cutscenes aren't bad either, even if they do go on a little long. They just don't talk and their lips don't move, but they are expressive.
How far behind am I? They're just talking about Ladybug overlords now.
Yes.
You
never been.
What the hell?
This is Styx Burrow. This is pretty much your crystal count. I only have one.
Is Styx playable?
Yes.
Yeah,
oh, nice.
Replaces Amy in the in Shattered Crystal.
Ah, okay.
Which You know, I understand again why they did it, but at the same time, it irritates me because they basically had to write Amy out of the story at the very beginning in the most ham-handed way. And the way they did it sort of just flies in the face of her design. And, like, let's change up her design and change up her attitude so she's a more independent character, and then let's have her get taken hostage at the very start of the game.
Through very idiotic means.
Or they could have just had Amy as a playable character.
Which she's going to be, I think, in Fire and Ice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fire and Ice has all 5, I think. Which is good, because, you know, more variety in a single game. I think they might have given up on console Sonic Boom entirely, which
Maybe.
seems like a smart idea at this point in time, because the Wii U is on its way out.
Work on your strengths, and I think Shadow
Yeah.
Crystal is the strongest of the two, so...
The Wii U is on its way out, and the other consoles, Xbox and PlayStation, have a more, generally a more older player base.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like kids never play them, but you know, those are more predominantly older people, and they're games that are for kids tend to sell less on them or get slammed harder in reviews and whatnot.
And Sonic and Sega, Sonic Team and Sega are working on the anniversary title for next year, so I think they figured if there's ever going to be another console Sonic Boom game, it'll be after that game is released.
I'd
Yeah.
imagine so.
Though, personally, I
'Cause-
do think, yeah, they're going to stick with the handheld formula because Shadow Crystal was the better received game. In quotes, because this game still has problems, but fundamentally it's stronger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must say this level itself actually doesn't look half bad.
It's a half pipe. You play one of them, you play them all.
It's but like, yeah, I know, but it still looks
Yeah, it works.
exciting. More exciting, I should say. It doesn't look like, it's not something I'd want to go out of my way to play, but it looks like something that looks pretty cool in terms of the 3DS and what it can do.
This game has half pipes, and it also has the Sonic Rivals race type stages.
Oh, Jesus.
For boss fights, I think that that's how it works.
Oh, wonderful. I loved those things. Also, I'm a crazy liar, have you noticed? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Sonic Rivals, and that was a big disappointment to me because I really wanted something nice to play on my PSP that wasn't Final Fantasy related.
It occurs to me that I could have dashed that entire thing and I didn't. Oh, why did I hit the replay button? I did not mean to hit the replay button. No, Sonic, no.
Something that does confuse me about the Sonic Boom art style is that they moved the mouth to the middle of the face, which I assume is a choice made strictly to make it easier to animate. But since Sonic Unleashed had the technology in place to swap the mouth around from left to right, I don't really understand why they didn't just do that.
What do you prefer, side mouth or center mouth?
Side mouth when it's done right. I mean, it's just Sonic's style. It makes him look like a cartoon character.
Sonic has all the best expressions when he's centered mouth. Watch out, you're going to crash. Ah.
Okay.
Alright, so we've unlocked Tails, and I think we do have Sticks now. Oh no, we still only have Tails. Where does Sticks go? Sticks, why? Well, we have Tails anyway, so we can now go back to previous stages and explore what we couldn't explore earlier with just Sonic. And unfortunately, this is like the entire first half of the game. It's going back to previous stages with multiple characters and getting the shit you couldn't get earlier.
We got some donations.
Oh, awesome. Read away.
$50 from Bradley Patterson. Hey everyone, hope all is well. Been meaning to do this since Monday, but work has been getting in the way since it's on Amazon Prime, so I can't stay for long. You keep up the good work, and one day I'll catch you guys at a convention sometime soon. Put it to runner's choice. Have an awesome day. So $50, Johnny.
$50.
All right, it was just Prime Day. Anyone working in the delivery industry would have a busy week this week.
Prime Day. That's where everyone plays Metroid Prime, right?
Optimus Prime.
Oh, yeah, celebrate. Optimus Prime playing Metroid Prime. I like it. While ordering something from Amazon Prime. $50. Put that towards Saturn Symphony of the Night.
Alright. Let me just do that.
Wouldn't it be funny if the bid war was won entirely by Johnny picking which game the money went to?
Saturn the Saturn version's actually catching up now.
Awesome. And remember, a lot of donations went to the PS1 version of that game, so if you really want that to remain the choice for my final game of Fund the Charity Room, you gotta get those donations in, people. Let your voice be heard!
Holy crow. Yeah, the Saturn version's only $11 behind.
Huh.
And we also have a $5 donation from Count Chuck. Am I really the only one who doesn't buy the whole Tails is a genius inventor thing? Good pilot maybe, but he looks like he couldn't open a jar of mayonnaise without demolishing everything within a 5-mile radius. I don't know, Tails can invent some good stuff from time to time. But maybe I'm just biased.
It just destroy everything from a 5-mile radius, goddamn.
You know, taking that comment at face value, he's a two-tailed fox who somehow flies with his tails. I think I can suspend my disbelief and believe he's also a genius.
I could buy a two-tailed fox that could fly, but that's horseshit!
Did you bump into the thing on your way out?
Yes, I did. And it does hurt.
The collision detection is that bad. Jesus.
Jesus! Ow.
It's like that's the kind of thing that a game designer, a competent one anyway, would automate so that you wouldn't get hit. So that like when you come within a certain, maybe a centimeter or so of the thing's hitbox, you automatically go through it without taking damage.
Yeah.
But, no, apparently you can hit the edge on the way through.
Someone in the chat said, I don't know if you were asking this, I wasn't paying attention, but they said you have to race Sticks first for her to unlock her.
I gotta race Sticks!
Yeah, she's the only one who needs that, apparently.
Well, I have to explore this level anyway with Tails to get
Alright.
more blueprints, so I might as well just kill two birds with one stone.
Well, if there is one
Killing
thing
is wrong.
if there is one thing I appreciate about Styx as a character, this is mostly the cartoon, not the games. It's that, you know, she has enough of an amusing personality that, you know, she's not just that character who looks like Marine the Raccoon anymore. Because, like, early on in Sonic Boom's lifespan, I suppose.
That's what everyone was saying.
Yeah, everyone was saying it was Marine the Raccoon. Once we saw her in the cartoon, well, Styx is actually a good character. Marine the Raccoon, not so much.
I don't like Marine the Raccoon.
Oh, Clement's in the chat.
How you doing? That's not a rhetorical question, by the way.
You'll need Styx too, though. You'll be coming back again. Oh.
Yeah, that's true. He's
On the other hand, that might avoid what happened with Undertale, where we finished like half an hour early.
We finished like an hour early.
Well, yeah, not counting the last post-ending faffing about thing.
At the very least, I do have a map feature on the bottom screen. You guys can't see it, but it's pretty helpful. Telling me areas that I have yet to touch yet.
So for all we know, Johnny, you could be lying to us. You could say that there's like, you know, a whole pizza party going on the bottom screen and we just have to believe you.
No pizza to be had here. Put it away.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not as easy to do dual screen recording stuff, I think, with the 3DS as the DS. Mostly because there is no 3DS emulator. There is none. And don't believe it if you find one when you search for it, because it's an adware.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up here.
Not that my computer would have a prayer of running a 3DS emulator, even if it existed. I get the feeling that's one of those things that would just take, like, top-end computer hardware.
Yeah. Are you talking, like, 3DS as in, like, with 3D, or, like, is there literally just, like, not with...
3DS in general, there is no emulator. There is a DS emulator, but nothing for the 3DS. and it's probably not going to happen for a very long time.
Yeah, I've been experimenting with DS emulators recently, and I find like I'm able to play Sonic Rush and stuff just fine.
Yeah,
Last time I
depends
tried a
on-
DS emulator, I tried Sonic Rush, and all the character models were wireframes.
Yeah, they've
Kinda
gotten
creepy.
much better since then, though I think, because like I've been playing it, and it's the only annoying thing is the special stages because you have to use your mouse instead of a stylus.
Work in progress emulators are the most annoying thing. Basically, you're going to have a hell of a time trying to get anything working if you try to emulate anything more recent than the Sega Saturn.
Even the Saturn has very crappy emulators.
The Saturn is a weird emulator because it requires a much more powerful computer to use than you would expect it to. Apart from that, I'm pretty sure PS2 emulation is fairly reliable, which
Yeah.
is why I was kind of surprised it took them so long to get the PS3 to work with PS2 games again, but whatever. But I've never really seen much in terms of Xbox emulation. And GameCube has Dolphin.
Dolphin's great.
Yeah, which
never
is
tried
basically... Dolphin, if you have the hardware to run it, is like probably the most reliable of the recent console emulators. But even on my computer, it doesn't really run a whole lot of games without slowing down massively.
I can run Shadow on it, but I have a pretty good GPU.
Well, the only game that I've run on a Dolphin is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. That's the only
Ah.
game that's worked without a problem for me. Which is unfortunate because I really want to play my Mario Galaxy games in HD. The low resolution of that game on the Wii and Wii U makes me cry.
It's better on the Wii U.
Slightly. Just slightly. It's got better upscaling, but it's still a low res game.
So Nintendo, how about that GameCube Virtual Console? Am I right?
Who is this guy?
Man. Quick, someone bullshit another tangent out. There's nothing to talk about.
Quick question for
This
the
is-
chat. I don't remember this, but if I collect blueprints but I exit the stage prematurely without going to the goal ring, do I keep the blueprints or do I have to finish the stage? If anybody's played Shadow Crystal, you know.
Somehow, just the general competency with which these games have been designed, I'm betting you need to finish the level.
Smoothies just was saying that that you're allowed to play as leisurely as slowly as you like because we're ahead of schedule.
Alright.
Yeah, I know, but I got other things to do today.
Oh, fair enough. Fair one, sorry.
What exactly was that? Was that a ring box?
It's like a ring capsule.
Huh. Man. It took me like years to figure out what Sonic Adventure replaced the monitors with was gumball machines, but
What do
I
you
don't
prefer?
understand. Well, the gumball machines make more sense in 3D because you can see the icon inside from all angles, whereas with a computer monitor would just look in one direction the whole time. And now I'm just picturing a 3D Sonic game with monitors and Eggman monitors, and Eggman just puts a line of monitors up against a wall with their screens all facing in one direction toward the wall, so that you can't see what any of them are. And that's crap, because they're all Eggman monitors, but you have to hit one to find out. And then after you get hit by one, you're going to check the others. You're going to check at least half of them before you cotton on that they're all Eggman monitors. But by then, you're dead. You can't just go running into danger without a plan, a direction, and or a clue. Okay. That's an oddly specific checklist of things.
Time for the sticks race, folks. Racing sticks. And she put up a bit of a challenge, too. It's kind of fast. And she can throw a boomerang.
Styx is a character that I'm kind of sad made her debut in this game because she deserves to be in a better one.
Yeah.
Did I just jump over the boost man?
People in the chat are saying check the donations.
Oh, hold on, let me check. Boo 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 boo. Yeah, we've got some new ones. $2 from Terrence Leonard, sorry. Hello again, friends. I'll try to donate a few more times. Let's reach the goal and then some, people. Have any of you read Archie's Sonic Mega Drive special?
I want to.
It's very charming. Interesting how classic Sonic has been marketed lately. I haven't personally.
I
Wait.
want to just for the graphic art alone.
I've never even heard of this. What is this?
Mia, if you got a link to send him, please. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it, Lewis, honestly.
I haven't been keeping up with Sonic news quite as much as I usually do this past year.
But this one
so.
might tickle your fancy. I think you might. I want it just because I just like the idea.
Huh.
What'd you say, sorry?
Oh, no. Did you, can you link him, like, an image to Sonic Mega Drive?
Yeah. Hold on, Sonic Mega.
It's basically an Archie Sonic comic book that's in the same continuity as the games.
Oh, I see. Interesting. Because like when you first said it, I was thinking like maybe you meant the weird reboot crap that they pulled around.
Oh, you mean
the
like
time.
Genesis and all that?
Yeah, yeah. But then I noticed you, John, in particular, kept calling it Mega Drive.
Yeah.
So it's like what, as opposed to
Plot
Genesis?
twist. I'm actually from the UK. Why did I hit replay? Goddammit.
We also have a $1 donation from Blue Blur 1992. Hey, you guys, can't believe you guys are playing this. Speaking of which, Johnny, why are you and the boys playing Hoonie Pop? Just why? Anyway, put this towards your choice of Shadow the Hedgehog and best of luck. P.S. Mia, we killed Nick and Judy last night. Love you, assholes. So, which Shadow the Hedgehog
Evil.
one do you want to go to?
Evil.
Okay.
Dark Path Evil.
You really want Ted to suffer. Pure evil.
Yeah, pure evil.
Okay. $1.
$1.
Sold for a buck.
To answer something that was brought up in the chat, Mega Drive is actually, I'm pretty sure, the name of the Sega Genesis in every country except the
Except
US.
America,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mega
So it's
Drive
not-
is the actual name.
So it's not just Europe and it's not just Japan, it's everywhere. Except ours, because it's kind of like...
It was changed in America because of copy or trademark reasons.
Oh, yeah. A lot of stuff suffered that fate, like Resident Evil. Is only called Resident Evil in the West because something else was called Biohazard over here. And now that it's the year 2016, they're trying to use both names in all the regions.
Alright, let me check the blueprints here. Map accelerator. Do I don't really come up with blueprints? Well, actually, I don't think I can buy anything else until I buy the map accelerator. So let's do that now.
Man, I like how they somehow managed to make a standard Mario-style level select screen that doesn't let you see more than one level at a time.
Isn't it fantastic? You can't see it's on the bottom screen, but you have to pretty much rearrange the map like a jigsaw puzzle. But it's like easier than easy.
Sonic. Was Sonic doing squats? I think he was doing squats. We need to arrange a contest between Sonic and Cloud now.
I think I can fox with that. Alright, so we got Styx now. We can probably head to the second stage and probably get more of the blueprints. I'm not heading back to the first one until I get Knuckles, damn it. So, let's do it. And I hate Knuckles' model in this game. This game in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, my opinion on Buffles as a whole is, I mean, whatever. He's a strong guy. It makes sense that he's tough. But well, it makes sense that he's that big. But this incarnation of Knuckles, I mean, holy shit! It's his mouth. We'll see it when we unlock him.
Well, you know, it makes sense on a surface level that Knuckles is that big, but actual fighters don't really get that huge.
No.
Like, they tend to be more lean-muscled than, you know, bodybuilder muscled, because bodybuilders are bodybuilders for the sake of bodybuilding. It's kind of like me being a kleptomaniac in video games because I like seeing the number go up, not so much because I care about actually collecting the things.
Yeah.
You know that's fine. It's where they get their sense of accomplishment and all. But I think there are some disadvantages athletically to being too muscular. Like, I think stamina is a thing, because the larger your muscles, the more oxygen they need and everything.
Need air to flex.
And then it gets even more complicated, because I think there's like different optimal body types for strikers as opposed to grapplers, and
So there is a tail submarine section here, but I need to go past a barrier to unlock it. Oh, that's right. I didn't realize I can drop bombs.
There's something about open-ended exploration in a 2D platformer that just doesn't work as well as in a 3D one.
Hmm. I'm trying out the new version of Dolphin now just to see if it is any better.
Huh.
Because there was a new one released 2 weeks ago, as opposed to 2 years ago.
We
they went
here at Fun the Computer Room do not endorse piracy.
No, I'm emulating. Emulators themselves aren't illegal.
Yeah, I know. It does get slightly cynical when you consider that, like, emulators, like, they're not allowed to be packaged with the BIOS for legal reasons. But
Yeah.
you know that, like, maybe 2% of the people who've ever used them have actually done the legal thing and ripped their own BIOS from their own console.
Well, to be fair, I'd say if you own the console, it should be. Like, I'm not saying it is, but you know.
It should be or shouldn't be. The laws for everything regarding the internet are just a mess, and they're still a mess, and they're probably going to be a mess for another 20 years.
Essentially, yeah.
And we can't even figure out general copyrights.
Did that hurt me?
Yeah, I think so.
But the blueprint box, it hurt me.
Oh wait, I think I might still be behind. The blueprint box. Yeah, I just got the blueprint box. Yeah, it hurt you. Oh, Jesus Christ!
What the traitor!
I think you're supposed to shoot it. But you know, this is really jarring, actually, because my mind jumps straight to Crash Bandicoot Warped when I see these sections. So I'm thinking you can just run into boxes and stuff. No, and you got hurt again on your way out. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I said Jesus Christ, because I'm eating a pizza right now. Whenever I go quiet, it's because I've muted my microphone and I'm eating this now very cold freezer pizza.
Freezer pizza.
Freezer pizza.
It's Elio's pizza. Elio's, I think, is the name.
Oh, that's not nearly as funny.
Yeah, I can tell you Shadow runs much better now.
Oh, awesome.
I'm running it at 60, like, or I'm not sure if it's actually 60, but I'm running it at full, you know, fully playable, no slowdown or anything.
Yeah, now you can play the GameCube version, but get the PlayStation 2 experience.
I'm actually playing it with a PlayStation controller, or a PlayStation 3 controller, so
Just making that joke brings back annoying memories of when that game was new, though. Because if you ever tried to tell anyone who played it on the PS2 that it was better on the GameCube, they'd get on your ass about it.
Yeah.
Like, I think these days people are a little bit more, aware of hardware differences and how they
I think
affect
that's because
the game,
the
but
internet has been able to basically show screenshots side by side.
No,
well, they were able
it does not run
back
better than the PS2 because PS2 has more games. That has nothing to do with anything. PS2 has more games.
yeah, that was pretty much the conversation. It was like no one could accept that the like when you try to tell them, no PlayStation 2 fan, except for me apparently, because I had one myself and I was basically raised on the damn thing. But like almost no one you met on the internet could seem to accept the idea that although the PlayStation 2 had a library advantage, the GameCube and Xbox were slightly more powerful.
Hmm.
At the same time, everyone you met on YouTube was like 15 back then, so maybe I'm thinking about this too much. Man, at first I kind of liked the aesthetic of this game, but the more I look at it, the more it just looks weird to me. Like I'm watching a very fast-paced GBA Crash Bandicoot game. I wish I was making it up, but I'm pretty sure Crash did get a GBA game that looked like this at some point. Not 3D, but like 2D with that sort of angled perspective to the ground.
Hmm.
Sort of like Sonic Blast, except not as crap.
Oh, Sonic Blast.
That's not to say it was a good game, because anything is not as crap as Sonic Blast.
Okay, just break
Yeah.
it. Stick to the thing. Oh, yeah, I can.
So, whenever you touch the water, you teleport back to the ground, but I guess the very sudden
The
motion...
whiplash hurts you. Yeah, it's their way of getting you out of the area of danger. It's kind of like Guacamelee, only it hurts you. Okay, so that second trip wasn't for nothing. We did get more blueprints. No more crystals, but we did get more blueprints.
Man, the whole Shattered Crystal thing just makes me think, what if this was an alternate universe of Inuyasha? So, which character would Inuyasha be, and who would be Kagome?
I think Kagome would be Misty, and Goku would be Inuyasha. I don't watch anime.
Okay, then.
Sure. Sonic could be Naruto.
That's not inaccurate, though. Inuyasha, by the way, for anyone watching it who is too young to have gotten caught up in that particular anime craze, is a pretty good show. It just goes on too goddamn long, much like the manga attached to it. The plot basically involves a crystal that gets shattered into an indeterminable number of pieces, which that indeterminable part is a really important part there because it meant that they could extend the crystal hunt part of the plot for basically however long they wanted. And
Shattered crystal, if you will.
And then the anime adds even more filler to it, kind of like with Naruto, so I guess it got even longer. Like the best parts of the anime have nothing to do with that particular plot line.
Alright, folks, we're heading to the scrapyard.
Yay!
Waffles, where are you? Oh, Knuckles has stepped out. Come back tomorrow. Christ. Ah! And I'm one ring short from getting into the scrapyard.
Wait, one ring short?
One like metal short. You get medals by collecting a certain amount of shit.
Oh, okay.
Which
Coins.
means we're going back to another level again.
Wonderful. Sigh.
I always feel bad whenever I hit an alien in Shadow.
What?
I'm trying to do one of the evil missions.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of context, that sounds remarkably random.
Yeah, and unfortunately, at Shadow, you're always gonna wind up hitting, like, by accident, one or two of the
And there's
people
points
on
where
your
they
own
force
side.
you anyway.
Yeah. It's like you could be trying to do the good guy mission, but there are going to be places where you have to fight gun, regardless.
Yeah.
There's something about the run button. That just seems too herky-jerk for me, especially in a 2D game.
Well, you go from 0 to 100 in like
Yeah.
a split second. It's no different than a boost, to be honest, but it.
Well, you know, in the games that had boost, you could at least build up to a run normally and go fast that way. So you didn't have to go You didn't have to go from 0 to 100, and you could still go fast. It was in Lost World and in this that the run button made it impossible to go fast and be precise. Like, you know, it's more like when you're just getting started, like in areas where there's not a whole lot of running ground, and you can't sort of slow down a little bit along the way as obstacles crop up. You just zip, zoom, and I feel like one of those old guys who's yelling at kids to get off my lawn, but
Those
like
kids have been gone for 36 years.
the thing that made classic Sonic fun in the speed sense was moderating your speed, not so much going fast all the time, but trying to figure out how best to apply the speed and to what degree in a given situation, and that was an element of skill.
Yeah.
It was more satisfying.
Yeah. Oh, you did get levels like Marble Zone where you didn't really have a choice. You just had to go slow, but like when the level design was there, it was pretty great.
So 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah, 3 and Knuckles is one of the better examples. A lot of levels in Sonic 2 also gave you the same high.
Yeah.
Yeah, the difference between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. Sonic 2, you start fast and you keep going fast because Chemical Plant is faster than Emerald Hill.
Basically, yeah.
Chemical Plant like takes about 80 seconds total for me to get through.
45
not counting the
seconds
boss.
if you know the shortest route.
No, I'm talking like two both acts. They take basically no time at all for me anymore.
Oh, together? Yeah, I don't see why it would take that long.
Like Act 2 is a bit harder to do quickly, but I do know the shortest route through Act 1, so that level flies by. Actually, a little faster than Green Hill.
Chemical Plant.
Emerald Hill Act 1, if you know what you're doing and where to bounce, you can finish in 19 seconds.
Yeah, that's the record.
My PB is like 22 seconds.
I always feel slightly bad doing Chemical Plant Act 1 that way, though, because there's like all this level that the designers put time and care into making, and I just
talking
skipped
about
over
where you
all
like
of it.
Are you talking about where you go through that loop and then you sort of jump up through one of the
Yeah,
doors? Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I love doing that.
Yeah, there's a loop that that rolls you into a bouncer that knocks you backward down a longer path, and if you know it's coming, you can jump over it. And
Oh, yeah,
take an alternate
There's also
pathway.
another part down that pathway where if you jump at the right time, you actually can launch yourself up. You can launch yourself up a ramp, kind like up a bit of the level, up through a door, basically into into one of those doors that only opens.
Oh
when
yeah,
you're-
that old speedrun trick. Yeah, you jump while you're going uphill, basically, and that alters your jumping angle so that you go basically soaring through the air.
basically.
Yeah, that stuff was always so invigorating to pull off. Not exactly necessary, but invigorating.
It's very rewarding to accidentally stumble
Basically.
across yourself. Actually, thanks to I think it was the Sonic Hacking Contest last year, I finally discovered that Starlight Zone hidden treasure section at the very beginning of the stage. I never knew was there.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about, so I probably don't know
At the
it's there
very
either.
beginning of Starlight Zone Act 1, you can spin
Oh, the
dash
extra life.
or roll attack into that
Into the-
wall
Yeah,
that you run into, and it has 3 ring boxes and an invincibility.
invincibility.
Huh? Yeah, Sonic 1. I keep forgetting.
Yeah,
the
that exists.
No, Sonic 1. I keep forgetting that the destructible walls in Sonic 1 weren't necessarily visible. They just sort of were walls that happened.
In my opinion, it's kind of hard to discover them because you don't have a spin dash. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I am not inclined to roll attack everywhere as I am to spin dash everywhere.
Yeah. But like the future Sonic games always had special wall designs for breakable stuff. So all right then.
Whew, fuck me, this is long. We got the next medal, so now we can go actually play in the scrapyard.
Yay!
Knock knock, it's Buffles.
Wonderful.
Yeah. No, I'll just stare at it, thank you. How's everyone in chat doing today? I know I asked you that question earlier during the Mario 64.
Let me check the donations again, just in case. Oh yeah, we have gotten some donations. Apologies, folks. We have $4 from William Boas. There doesn't seem to be a comment with it, but we should just. But I'll wait a few seconds. We have $4 from Space 388. Hey guys, sorry I can't do more, but I'm happy to help with whatever I can for a great cause. Keep up all the amazing work. Put this towards the Saturn version of Symphony of the Night. I shall now return to making more dank memes. Hey, LMAO. Alright, I'll put the $4 to this thingy. $5 from Stefan Bonamo. Stefan. Greetings all. Might as well do more than modding and actually contribute something for this excellent cause. Keep up the booming good job. Put this towards Shadow Semi-Hero. Hero. Because I'm going to make him enjoy the game, god damn it. Boo.
I think you're just gonna
Alright.
get fired.
$5 to Semi-Hero. Semi-Hero. Let me, 5 Semi-Hero. Row 5. And let's see, $4 to Saturn. Symphony of the Night.
Styx's boomerang is a little weird where you have to hold the X button down while throwing it, otherwise it prematurely stops.
Well, still, that's helpful if you throw it by accident or decide halfway through that you don't want to do it anymore, or that you've already screwed up the angle or something.
That's why I say weird, not awful.
Yeah, it gives you a way to abort it, just not necessarily a way that you would expect going in blind. And like, who the fuck reads instruction manuals? Am I right?
Gamers, am I right?
Well, you know, people read them more often when they were actually books because, like, they were something that you could take out of the box while you were in the car. Well, not while you're driving, obviously. Not if you're driving, but, like, when we were kids, we were sitting in the back seat after our parents took us to the store. We would open up our game and we'd look at the instruction manual and we'd read up on how to play, or just the story,
Yeah,
or just
same.
look at the pretty pictures sometimes, you know?
Yeah, I remember that. But with older games. I used to read the manual like in the car on the way home from the store back when. I used to buy physical copies of games more often.
Yeah. These days, it's usually like a piece of paper that's only there because they need to have a seizure warning in there somewhere before someone turns on the television. And then they need to have one when you turn on the television, just so that you know.
Just so you know that Shadow the Hedgehog may be hazardous to people's health.
You know what? Shadow the Hedgehog's so dark, I'd honestly be surprised if it ever gave anyone an epileptic seizure.
Good point.
Alright. Well, it's nice to know that they sort of kind of mix up the spike designs, because now we've got fire spikes. Ooh.
I do love how the first thing you see in Sonic Genesis is that, like, warning.
Warning, might suck.
I joke about them, but I don't mind the warnings actually being there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have them, yeah.
One, it's good to know, and two, Nintendo doesn't want to be sued at the start of every game.
And it is a thing that happens. I had a friend
Well,
one
yeah.
day watching me play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes a long time ago, and he didn't have an outright seizure, but he was getting disoriented.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, it's just, you know, the warnings show up so frequently at the beginning of a game. Like, I can't even turn on my PlayStation 4 without seeing it. And it's like, the warning doesn't necessarily need to be there every time you turn on the system, but it is because someone somewhere would take the opportunity to sue them if it wasn't. Not necessarily because they care about the issue, but because they would see it as a legal opportunity to sue someone.
Because they're assholes.
Yeah.
Basically.
And that kind of cynical thing just makes me feel...
There's a reason why I'm in this business.
Yeah.
You know, so I might as well show you what I'm looking at, guys, when I'm playing this game. It's the reason why I can find blueprints in Crystal. It's the map features, what you play. It's what you're pretty much staring at, like 75% of the adventure when you're going blueprint hunting and crystal hunting. So let me just
so it's detective mode.
Yes, it is. Let me just show you guys that just for a split second. This is what I'm staring at. Well, that's full enemy.
You know, people talk about having a second screen for a map all the time, and I really only see that as an advantage when it's a handheld game, because the screen's so goddamn small. You don't need that with a console game. In a console game, you've got enough screen space for a mini map. So, yeah. Oh, good grief. It's like you're playing a really cheap iPhone game here.
Okay, you guys have seen enough. I'll turn that off right now.
I've always wanted to play as a collectible convention button.
What?
That's what it looks like. The Sonic icon on the map is a collectible convention button.
These yellow robots kind of remind me of the Koopa enemies from Super Mario, in which where you kill them, when they die, they leave a bomb that explodes 2 seconds later.
Oh, yeah. I hate how the dead gun soldiers talk, because it makes you think that,
What I'm doing is wrong.
No, it just makes me think that there's still, like, an alive one around. I wish they'd just die and not talk.
Is it like one of those badly timed audio jobs that just sort of results in them talking after they disappear?
No, they don't disappear. You see, they're quote unquote. You see, they don't actually die. They sort of stayed. They're like kind of knocked out essentially because I guess they didn't actually want them to die,
Oh right, yeah.
You can kill
Because-
aliens though.
and they still they still make like noise though, and hearing that one of their bodies talk though is annoying because I'm just trying to find the last
Yeah,
one to kill.
your brain tells you that's an audio cue that there's an enemy off screen somewhere because that's usually the case, but it was just a weird design choice.
Like it'd be fine if I wasn't trying to kill every single one of them, but
Yeah, when you're on those dark side missions, it does
yeah.
These flying segments look kind of annoying, by the way.
The gust of wind doesn't give you the distance needed, so you have to double jump
Yeah.
and then reset your gliding animation.
Yeah, to me, Tails flying really only has it only really has real value more for exploration than platforming. I'm not a big fan of flying challenges exactly.
But it's not even flying; it's hovering in this game, like in Rise of Lyric.
Oh, right.
Oh, sorry. Got a stick sequence here. You switch characters with the D-pad.
Well, at least you don't have to, like I was under the impression of that you did earlier, at least you don't have to play the game at least you don't have to go into the level as whichever character you want to use. Because that would be a nightmare.
I'll tell you one thing that is annoying. The bottom screen is my map, but every once in a while it'll be replaced with a Quincy hint that I already know about. And you have to cancel out of it just to get your map back on the screen. It's kind of fucking annoying.
Oh, jeez. Like, if you're gonna use the second screen for that kind of stuff, use it intelligently. Put a little question mark icon on the bottom so that people can pull up the hint as they need to.
Yeah. Kind of like actually with Sonic Lost World did, only it's a little more obvious because that was actually a critique I had against with Sonic Lost World on the Wii U. The gamepad, the hints were limited to the gamepad only, and they'd only appear there.
Yeah, well, that's more of a problem on the Wii U because the bottom screen isn't necessarily right below your top screen all the time. You're probably, at times resting your hands on your lap, maybe, because that gamepad is fucking heavy. So you're not necessarily going to even see your bottom screen a lot of the time in your peripheral vision unless you're going to go out of your way to check it rather than keeping half an eye on it like you would in a 3DS game. It's a different kind of interface, so it needs to compensate for that. So they really should have put some kind of icon at the bottom of the main screen to let you know that there was something going on down below.
I missed a submarine section with Tails.
Oh. Is this a 100% playthrough?
Fuck! No.
Okay, good.
But it's like you need to collect that shit for the medals in order just to progress with the game.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm already 10 minutes into this level to get to this point.
Oh, jeez, you are. I'm looking at the timer now. Oh, God. In a regular Sonic game, when a level goes on for 10 minutes, that's a sign that you done fucked up.
It's because you're stuck in the barrel on Carnival Night.
No, the game would just kill you when you hit 10 minutes. Now it's like, okay, go on ahead for 20 minutes. Who cares? I'm not necessarily calling for the return of timer deaths, because those could be annoying. But, like, with
This goes to show.
Yeah, but like with a fast-paced game, long level length kind of makes it wear on you.
Mm-hmm.
Sonic always felt like it was going by faster when the levels themselves were shorter. And sometimes even 5 minutes for a single act felt a little too much. Wait, what? You hit that thing and it zaps you all the way back there? What? Really?
Oh. Yeah, first try.
The boomerang does look a little annoying in tight spaces.
It's just a bit of latency on the analog control, but it's manageable. I've dealt with worse.
Well, you know, those kind of throw a projectile and control it things rarely actually feel like they work well to me. Like, even in, like, a really good game, like the Batman Arkham games, the remote control batarang always felt clumsy.
Interesting tidbit. Again, I know this is the Shadowrun, but I just noticed one of the that Black Doom just said our race is our race has jet black and crimson skin,
Yes.
i.e. Shadow's color.
Yeah, yeah.
Foreshadowing.
That plot point was so stupid.
Oh
Probably
yeah, definitely.
The best thing that happened in the Archie comics was them acknowledging that it existed, but then just writing it out.
Basically, yeah.
Basically, they said, okay, this alien race called the Black Arms had plans to invade Earth, and you were created from their DNA. But stuff happened, and now they're stuck in this war with another alien race, and they probably won't have a chance to come here for, like, a couple hundred years. Which is basically their way of saying, yeah, fuck no, we're not writing that story.
Wait, restart for schedule updates. Oh, no, you fucking don't.
Wait, did the 3DS just interrupt you?
No, Windows did, though.
Windows.
Oh, yeah, it's, what day is it? Yeah, it's Windows Update Wednesday.
Windows Update Wednesday, I wasn't aware that was the time.
No, Windows has a way of doing its updates in the middle of the week. So Wednesday, depending on your operating system, Wednesday is probably going to be your day. Like, you might have a different day if you're on Windows 8 or Windows 7.
There we go. I've already updated the Windows 10, damn it, you're not doing this to me.
I do like Windows 10. It's got some compatibility issues with some older stuff, but that's my only regret, because I can't run my physical copies of the Baldur's Gate series on Windows 10. Like, I can open the launcher for the installer, but if I try to run the installer, nothing happens. Like, literally nothing appears on my screen.
Okay, folks, after I unlock Knuckles, I think I'm going to just take a quick 2-minute break to get a bottle of water.
Fair enough.
Yeah, here it is. The buffer than the rest of them. The best of them. Fatter than leather. I don't... Jeez. Look at his face!
Is leather even that tough?
Leather
Leather.
strap.
Oh, leather is tough depending on what kind of leather. There are harder kinds of leather. There are kinds of leather that are pretty much stiff and solid. Then there are the softer kinds of leather.
I wonder what kind of leather Knuckles is.
Yeah.
But you know, even the softer kind of leather is pretty goddamn tough and really hard to cut.
Ah, okay.
But it's
And
like I jokingly stated in my review that it's like he's storing nuts in his mouth for the winter.
Yeah.
But it could, you know, he could be just like, you know, holding his breath. Whatever else you guys can come up with.
He looks like he got stung in the face by a swarm of bees and is calmly trying to play it off in front of his friends.
Oh, the bees. Yep. In order to get to the warm tunnel, I gotta get one more medal, and it just so happens that we got Knuckles now.
Yep.
So I gotta go back to the previous world and use Knuckles in stage 1 and 2 again.
Man, you know how everyone was complaining about the medals in Sonic Unleashed?
You're right. Alright, I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. If we have any more donation comments, we can read them at this point.
Oh yeah, I will check. Is he playing Shadow? No, we don't have any new donations. Feel free to donate though, guys, because we're raising money for a good cause. We're helping to accommodate disabled classrooms, which is the thing we can all get behind to lower the dropout rate for disabled individuals in classrooms. So, you know, if you have some spare change you want to donate, feel free to do that or spread the word to someone, or on Twitter or on Facebook or whatever you kids use these days.
I think people use game comms these days.
That
might be right.
Plug it into your modem.
Yeah. Man, it's kind of sad when you look back at old hardware that tried to have those kind of online capabilities before their time.
Yeah.
Because like they were so ahead of their time, but at the same time, most of them did it very, very poorly.
To be fair, the 3DS internet browser is barely any better than the Tiger Gamecom's online capabilities.
I didn't even know the 3DS had an internet browser.
Yeah, it does.
Huh. I know what I'm never using.
It's crap.
Yeah, everything internet related with the 3DS is crap. It can barely do its own store though.
Yeah.
But like, it's got a Netflix app, and I'm like, why would I ever trust a streaming service on this thing?
Yeah, like, no, please, no thank you.
Did they improve the internet on the new 3DS? Do you know?
I have no idea. Probably
maybe,
not, though.
Like maybe stick a better wireless adapter in there, because that probably would have helped.
Maybe, I have no idea, though.
It's like some video game systems these days have really crap wireless adapters built into them. The PlayStation 4 can barely connect to my modem, technically it's a modem, but it's a modem that does Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I get you.
No other device in my house has a problem connecting from my bedroom to that wireless signal, but the PlayStation 4 always does, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, I know someone else who's had issues connecting their PlayStation 4 to the.
Yeah, and you know, I'm pretty sure it's mostly a range thing, but even when I start a virtual router signal from my desktop computer's wireless adapter, which is 2 feet away from the PS4, by the way, I still get some pretty slow download speeds. Well.
I'm just searching around for that last gun troop.
Crazy even. If the YouTube 3DS app on this is a steaming piece of crap, why do you still use it? That's what I want to know.
Clemenza said his PSP came with Karate Kid UMD, the Jaden Smith one, and he never watched it.
Oh yeah, mine
UMDs
came with,
were like.
Mine came with a Family Guy episode. Oh man.
UMDs are basically just a step up from the GBA video things they released for like Sonic X and stuff.
Well, you know, UMD video was okay, it was pretty obviously the PSP again being ahead of its time in a slightly crap way, because
Why are you rubbing Sonic, Johnny?
I just got back. How's it going?
Yeah.
Anyway, continue your discussion, please.
Yeah, I was just gonna say UMD video was the PSP being slightly ahead of its time in a really crap way, because that was like right before downloadable videos on portable devices became a really common thing.
Yeah.
And nowadays we've got we're watching movies on our goddamn phones, so
Yeah, Netflix on the go basically. Yeah. I mean, I prefer not to watch movies on my phone just because I have better devices for watching movies. with bigger screens.
Yeah, I have a 7-inch Amazon Fire tablet. It was $50,
Yeah, exactly.
So it was $50, so it was worth putting up with Kindle Fire's stupid OS.
Oh Jesus.
Oof. Kindle Fire, I could rage for hours about this operating system.
Okay, then you might want to save it for tangents for this. Wait, you know what? Do it now because we're revisiting stage 1 and 2 again with Knuckles.
Oh, right.
I'll be
Okay,
right back.
tangent ahoy. Alright, Amazon Fire. Alright, it's a modified version of Android. And basically, they took away your ability to organize apps onto separate pages and, put widgets up and everything so that they could force their own widgets on you. So every page except for the first one is another specific page. Like, here's the games page. The top third of the first page is your stuff, and then everything is the stuff that they want to sell you is below that. And then there's another thing for books on the next page, and then videos, and it's all Amazon's stuff, specifically stuff that you can get from them. So like their streaming service, Kindle, that kind of stuff. And so like the entire time I'm using this tablet, I never scroll to the left or to the right even. I stay on the apps page and I scroll meticulously down page by page until I find the one that I want. And the only personal organizational thing that you can get is to rearrange the order of the icons. But even that is slightly gimped by the fact that the top third of the page, or the top 2/3 of the page, if you turn it sideways, are dominated by the new items tab, which is just stuff that you downloaded to your Kindle most recently. It's like, I know what books I've downloaded to my Kindle. Let me put this stuff away, will you?
But why?
Also, you have to like to get the Google Play Store on Android, on their version of Android. Yeah, to get Google's App Store on their modified version of Google's Android is you have to go online and find some sort of method to sideload it. I think you can get it on without rooting, but that might depend on what model you have. Ugh. And you know what? There's no reason to have a Fire OS thing unless you just use Amazon Video a lot. Because, like, the only advantage that I can think of is being able to download offline copies of Amazon Prime Video. Because you can only ever do that on an Amazon device, which, makes a certain amount of sense. Piracy and all that. But like, why lock out the Google Play Store? Because that just means no one has any reason to get an Amazon device, because regular Android has the Amazon App Store.
We have a $10 donation from the Crazy Even. What the heck, I'll chip in some extra dough. Put this towards the pure good route in Shadow. Lost impact for the win. Keep up the good work. Guys, let's keep the charity rolling in.
Much appreciated,
Yay.
man. Donations
Yes.
keep me going because I'm already tiring of this.
Fair one.
Man, it's an exciting game to watch any given 30 seconds of, but the long haul is just not fun.
Like, if we're doing this for commentary, I'm doing, like, level runs.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, just edit the story around it, and don't do
Give
the
people
whole.
the false impression that Shadow Crystal's a short game.
What would it be, like 4 parts, something like that?
Yeah, 5, 6 maybe.
Whew.
Man, you remember how we were doing Undertale yesterday, and I just didn't stop talking
Damn
about
right.
the game we were watching, and the things that were happening on screen, and the things you were actually skipping over.
I
And now
missed
we're
that.
playing. Now we're playing Sonic Shattered Crystal, and I can't think of anything to talk about that's relevant to what I'm watching.
But we're blowing past everything in the game, just like we did in Undertale. Where are the discussions? Where are the tangents? There are just none here, folks.
Were there any tangents during the Undertale playthrough? Like any real tangents where we just started talking about things that were unrelated to the game? I don't remember any. Because I joined that one at the last minute because I thought, hey, you know what? I've got a lot to say about this game. I miss having things to say about video games.
I like things.
Things are thingy.
How did I miss that crystal in my first run? How peculiar that I would miss such an obvious fuck me MacGuffin. Not that I think the crystal wants to bunk buglies with me or anything like that, but it's like...
It's right
shit.
on the way, yeah. You basically just ran through it by
There
accident.
we go! Finally, a Knuckles section.
So, what does Knuckles do that makes him worth playing as?
He digs.
Oh. You remember when Knuckles' main feature was that he could punch things?
He can climb walls.
He could climb walls, he could glide, he could punch things. Knuckles was the only character who could just destroy breakable walls when they looked at him too hard. That was like real talk. Aside from the climbing, like setting aside the climbing and the gliding, the coolest thing about Knuckles in Sonic 3 and Knuckles was that if he so much as tapped a breakable wall, it exploded.
Fuck yeah, Buffles. Unlike Sonic, I don't truffle. What?
But truffles are so good.
I'd rather pack my duffels.
Speaking of, when Becca was here, I saw we went to the mall. We visited a chocolate shop that was there, like a chocolate specialty shop. All we actually bought was their chocolate bars, but there was so much delicious stuff there, and I want to try it all out. We just didn't have the money for all of it at the time. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, they had truffles, but they also had like these really decadent looking chocolate covered marshmallow things on popsicle sticks that look like any single one of them would gain you 600 pounds.
Well, that's amazing. I'm actually impressed, not even upset that I have 6 bitch discs now.
Do the blue blocks have to be broken from a specific direction?
Yes, they do, whatever arrow they're pointing at. So they can cock block, yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
No, actually, it sounds like a pain in the ass. I don't know where you're getting at. Stop being so insincere.
Sarcasm. But, yeah, you know, that kind of forcing you to go in a specific direction in a circle just doesn't really sound like the best design for this sort of quasi-Metroidvania level design.
Yeah, we have to get one more blueprint here, and I think only Knuckles can reach it. All this just to get a single medal. I mean, getting all 6 crystals of a stage can also give you a medal, too. But it's like, it's the blueprints that you have to collect for progression. And crystals are added just so you can complete that giant-ass crystal.
So, did Sonic Boom decide that regular boost pads just weren't shiny enough?
The boost pads, I think, are the same design of Rise of Lyric, I think. No, it's boost pads and there's bounce pads. I'm thinking of bounce pads.
The boost pads look really, really lit up. Like they've got some sort of magical energy. There also weren't very many boost pads in Rise of Lyric, I don't think.
No, you wish they were.
Well, no, because you go fast for like 3 seconds and then you're back to normal running speed. So it's just like, what was the point of having a boost pad at all?
Because dash pads.
Hey, bounce pad. Look at that over there. It's definitely a bounce pad over there.
Mm.
What do you think
When
about
Sonic
that?
the Hedgehog tried to be a really lame Sly Cooper clone.
Think of their bounce pad. No, I like it. It's a really nice looking bounce pad. The bounce pad is visually pleasing. That's what I think about it.
I don't really like the neon green bounce pad, to be honest. It just doesn't look Sonic. Kind of looks like a generic bounce
Are
pad.
we gonna get into a classic Green Eyes versus Classic Eyes debate again?
No. No. Although I am surprised that people still make fun of that years later. After it's already been confirmed that Sonic 4 was a really average game. It looks kind of like... This is a weird thing to say, but the bounce pads look kind of like something a generic clone of Sonic would have, so that they could have the same mechanics without looking like they were doing the same thing as Sonic. But then, I suppose that's basically what Sonic Boom is, isn't it?
Hey, video games, am I right?
Am I right?
I'm just gonna get rid of you. I don't like you being that close to my digging hole.
It's a digging hole. On second thought, I don't want to know.
Oh. Quincy, for God's sake, shut up. I know you can't see him, he's in the bottom screen, but he just won't shut his yap. He keeps covering my map screen.
Is he giving you digging tutorials?
Mud is made of dirt.
I remember when Knuckles could run fast.
Well,
Those were
runs
good
sort of fast in
times.
this game.
Yeah, I know. It looks kind of weird when he's all buff, though, now that I think about it. I mean, you didn't really have a chance to notice that in Rise of Lyric, because you were always seeing him from behind, but yeah, it looks weird from the side. Great, so Knuckles is the drill wisp.
You used the
Drill.
drill for like a few seconds just to get something you couldn't get earlier, and that takes about 5 minutes.
Well, you know, if they only put the digging sections in the levels that appeared after you unlock Knuckles, then it wouldn't be such a big issue, but...
Again, that's just one area that I really hope Fire and Ice fixes.
Yeah. Here's hoping.
Yeah, but just listen to Lewis. Just drop him to sleep. Think of Lewis, people.
Well, you know, I can play some intensely boring games and still enjoy them. See the Brain Scratch commentaries playthrough of the other Sonic Boom game, but
Well, that was at least, you know, bad to the point where it's entertaining for different reasons. Like, I never forget the game crashing it when we got to Lyric Space. That was fun.
yeah, that was funny for you guys because you guys got to get a jump cut back to that point in the level.
And that's why it was funny.
But you see, I had already played the game once before doing that playthrough, so that was intensely annoying for me. Like, I entered that level with the mentality of, like, oh, thank God, it's almost over.
And oh no, it's not over.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Are you going in circles?
Yeah. We just took the enter beam to a different part of the level now. just trying to comb the area because I don't know what I've explored and what I haven't explored. My map right now is at 84%. The thing is that new areas of the map only uncover when you get in proximity of them. So sometimes you can't tell what's a cliff or what's a part of a map you haven't explored yet.
Okay. Man, I remember when games had decent map systems.
Back in my day.
It's not a bad map when it's filled out.
When it's filled out, yeah. But I mean a map system, like the whole package, not just what you get when you filled it in.
No, I gotta go around because that's the end of the level. There's nothing else here, is there? Yeah, I got a feeling that there's nothing else here. I mean, unless there's a knuckle section and the stick section. Doesn't look like there is.
Can we go home now?
We are home, Sonic. Stop asking me that question, Sonic. Yeah, my fucks are at 0, folks. Just trying to see.
What fucks?
Fuck.
Well, you know, that at least, Johnny, to give you credit, is more than I'm giving right now.
How do you give negative fucks?
Via subtraction. Mathematics are magical.
Alright, I'm pausing here for a second to take a look at this map to see where I can probably go that I haven't explored yet. And that looks promising. No, actually it doesn't look promising at all. Because this map is not showing a blueprint location in any sense of the word. Because blueprints are usually marked on the map.
Oh. That's helpful, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, at least I got a crystal. That's better than nothing, I guess.
Speaking of crystals, what is this? I've been hearing about Crash Bandicoot getting a remake.
It's getting HD remasters the first 3 games.
Does that mean Sony has the rights to it again?
They're working with Activision,
Okay.
which means Activision still has Crash. Which
Wonderful.
means that hopefully if these games do really well, Activision gives Crash back to Sony.
Or at least does games that don't involve Tattoo Crash. And, you know, actually play like the old games. That would be nice. That would be wonderful. In fact, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if the whole HD remaster thing is just a byproduct of them trying to figure out how to program correct Crash gameplay.
If we get it right this time, we'll make a new game. But that's if we get it right this time. If it's total shit.
Yeah, because like if they're doing an HD remake, I think PlayStation 1 is a little too far back to say it'll just be a remaster in the same sense as other HD remasters. But if they're doing the game like if they're doing the game like from the bottom up, that would mean they're trying to figure out how to make the game feel and control correctly, which might actually be vital to making a new Crash game that feels and controls correctly.
Let me ask Chad a question. Because I got a feeling the Lewis and Mia poll might be slightly biased. I have a second save file on me. It's a save file I use for the review, where I have all the other levels unlocked. Would you guys rather I do that?
Yes.
That's for you, Chad. You can also leave a donation comment too. Because I know this is torture. Not just for me, but for you guys too.
How far
Oh.
to the end are you?
Yeah, in the chat, where someone clarified that the original trilogy is being remade from the ground up with a new engine. So yeah,
That's cool.
I hope it's
We'll
as
have
good.
analog control this time.
Yeah, that's pretty much why I never go back to Crash 1.
Mhm.
Having to play it on a D-pad sucks.
What's chat
You hear
saying?
that, GHP? You're in the chat.
And Clement votes use the master save.
Well, Clement says it, must be true. I say do it.
Do it, I shall.
Yay. Thank you, Clement, for saving us.
You win this round, Kanata.
That sounds like a Canadian-themed supervillainess.
It's
Kanata.
Kanata! Oh, that's right, you can connect to the Wii U. Wait, what was the connected? Oh, that's right, you got like double perks for some things in Rise of Lyric. If you connect Shatter Crystal to
Oh wow, so worth it.
I think it was stuff like extended health or something.
extended health and no, I think that's it.
Yeah, that was kind of a lame bonus. I mean, stuff like Hyrule Warriors gives you extra characters, but no, let's just increase in number. People will buy 2 games for that, right?
People buy 2 Pokemon games.
Yeah, but that's because they give you extra Pokemon.
Oh, I just really want to punch shit out of Sonic.
And like,
doesn't?
Gen 3 actually had a slightly altered story for the 2 versions, because one focused on Team Magma and the other on Team Aqua. And then the 3rd version had a different storyline for those 2 as well, I think.
That's the way out. Alright, second worm tunnel sequence. Yeah, that's how much I completed the crystal in my master save. I still have, what, fucking 15 pieces left to go on that thing?
Cool.
I am looking forward to Sun and Moon. I mean, I like a lot of the features that are in X and Y, but it seems like X and Y was designed in a somewhat bland way overall. So I'm hoping to, enjoy those features in a more fleshed out game.
Oh, that's right, you can't shift planes while you're boosting. You can only go in a straight line.
I smell some stop and go.
Ooh, is that a gas stop?
Stop and go station.
Yeah, the boost mechanic in these sections does not look fun, like at all.
You're just doing it for a better time.
No, it like
There's
dominates.
no countdown in this sort of stage. So.
It dominates the already very small, might I add, screen with this blurry blue filter effect.
Wait, only?
But you need to be able to see the obstacles coming in front of you to know when to stop boosting so that you don't die. So you don't want to boost unless you already know
see
where
with your speed, not your eyes, Lewis.
What?
I read that in the fortune cookie once.
What?
It also gave me my winning numbers for the lottery. I won $5, which I used to buy another platter of dumplings. I like dumplings.
Well, yeah, dumplings are awesome, but what?
I like dumplings. Steamed, if you please, not fried. Oh wow, you start all the way from the beginning if you died. No checkpoints in these stages.
Fun.
Is that your Amazon review? Yeah. 1 star. Fun. Kappa.
No, 0 stars. Fun.
No, you're thinking of Steam reviews and
God.
such. Amazon reviews are always more like people complaining about obvious things that are more the fact that they have a really shitty tablet, and then using that to downvote the app.
Hmm.
Sorry, I paused again there for a second to get a big gulp of my coffee because if I take too long, it's going to be lukewarm by the time I finish the stage, and I don't want that because I hate lukewarm coffee. I like dumplings.
So what was that thing that just sort of interrupted the running?
That was the pause screen.
The pause screen was the statue thing?
Yeah, because the choices are on the bottom screen.
Okay,
Continue.
why?
Quit. Restart.
Why obscure the screen when the player pauses? It's not like this is a puzzle game where you're trying to stop them from cheating.
We don't
Alright,
want them
guys.
boosting too fast.
Well, let me check if there's any new donations first. Yeah, there is. $1 donation from Terrence Leonard. I'm with you guys till the end of the game. To pass the time, you guys got any drawing ideas? Lay it on me. You can make it as dank as possible. No one SFW though. I'll never be able to get married then. Aww. I don't mind. Just draw whatever you want, dude.
Yeah,
Unless you have ideas.
I'm brain dead right now. I
Same.
can't think of anything.
Brain dead comms.
In the meantime, how about I tell you what I'm ordering? I'm getting some food ordered. Let's see.
Oh, don't say that right now. I'm really hungry.
Exactly, it'll entice you to finish the game faster.
That's a good point.
Alright, order total 11.50 Alright, I'm getting a Coca-Cola 1.25 liter bottle. That's only because I need to bring the price up above about €10 in order for the thing to deliver, and it's kind of weird. Like sometimes even if you're over the minimum order, it
Wait,
tells you're not.
a 1.2 liter bottle?
1.25.
Why?
It's like a small size. I don't know.
No, I mean, like,
sometimes they give you a 1.75, which is weird.
here it's just 1 liter, 2 liter, and then there's the 16-ounce bottle.
There's also a 20-ounce
16
bottle and a 24-ounce bottle.
Oh.
I don't know what ounces are, so I'll take your word for it. Chicken tenders, 3 pieces. And chips and curry large. Subtotal, €10.25. Delivery fee, €1.50. Total, $11.75. Go to checkout. Don't worry, I'm not going to read out my credit card details.
Well, I should hope not. Okay,
Fuck!
those 2 crabs that were sort of having a fight up on the cliff there, I was just so zoned out when I looked at them that I thought it was some giant mutant fork-clawed crab, but no, it's just 2 boring crabs. Or, well, scorpions, rather, but same difference.
Yes, crabs and scorpions are totally alike.
They have pincers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And creepy
Crabs have
shells.
tails.
Alright, so I like to get the curry in a separate carton to the chips/fries if you're an American. So what I do is in the notes for the restaurant, I like to write due to allergies, can you please put the curry, whatever, yeah, separate to the chips, please, thanks. And you have no idea how many times I've almost put an emoticon at the end of that.
What kind of allergies do you have? Tell me in 3 emojis.
We've seen this level 3 times, haven't we?
No, this is a
Probably.
new level. This is Shadow Canyon.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
Wait, what? This is a new level?
Yeah.
Why does it look so familiar? Are the level graphics really that stock and generic? Oh, jeez.
Yes. There appears to be a problem with my internet connection. No, there's not.
Is someone playing Sonic Boom in the background? Tell them to turn that shit off if you want you on your rings.
Right now I have to fill out everything again. Oh, no, I don't. Come on.
See, is there any particular reason why my homing attack wasn't working for a second? I don't know. Sticks through boomerang.
The someone in the chat asked me if I still play Final Fantasy XIV. I intend to, but at the moment I don't have the time or spare cash for a subscription.
Who's that
So,
person's name?
well, they just sort of disappeared off the top before I noticed.
Okay, it might be one of the FC members. Because some people ask that when Slow's getting back to the
Yeah.
game, and I said when he's done tending to his real life.
Yeah, I intend to, but my priority right now is trying to move to Colorado, so that I can get an apartment with my girlfriend and everything.
Oh.
And you know, that's hard enough when you're trying to move into an apartment that's in the same state as you already. But I also need to, you know, actually fund a move.
Yeah, I wish you the best of luck with that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
My food's ordered.
It's like, you know,
Yay!
excellent. But like, if I do find the time for an MMORPG right now, because money is so tight, my brain is telling me to pick something that's free to play, like The Elder Scrolls Online, which I already own. Which, you know, seems like it has a decent enough gameplay system, but I've heard some conflicting reports about its overall design. Well, Desco the Destroyer, Final Fantasy XIV will make you love Final Fantasy again, because it's got the right kind of attitude.
I played.
Final Fantasy XII Remastered might just make you love Final Fantasy again.
I may just give that another chance, if only because 14 has really opened my eyes to a different kind of Final Fantasy experience. And again,
13.
you know, I play Final Fantasy 14, and I got damn near 500 hours into the game.
Yeah. Well, you'll probably like Final Fantasy XII when you get the remastered version. Probably more than you would have if you played the PS2 version, because number one, the PS2 version plays at a low resolution, even by PS2 standards anyway, so it looks kind of ugly on a flat screen. But number two, they changed a number of gameplay aspects in the international version that we in the West never got to experience. Not only did they, you know, make the license system actually good, they also like changed some of the spells around and stuff. So like the Thunder spell has an area of effect, a damage output now, that sort of thing. The only thing I will say that hasn't aged well at all in 12 is the battle interface, because you select all of your skills from a list, the same way you would in a retro Final Fantasy, but you know, it's a real-time battle system.
Yeah, it's weird when it's real time.
Yeah, and more than that, because of the way the license system works, by the end of the game, every character has access to every category of skill, so you've got a pretty hefty menu down there. So there's basically no fun in the game if you try to play it in active mode. You have to rely very heavily on automation in that case, because going through the menus takes too goddamn long, for active mode anyway. So it's one of those games where I really would just recommend playing the game with weight on.
Funny, Shadow Canyon is predominantly the level they really want you to experiment with Knuckles firsthand, which is funny because you probably won't even have enough medals to unlock Shadow Canyon. on your first run, so your initial experience with Knuckles is going to be probably level 1 or 2 again. Not the level they
Right.
attention. It's really weird like that. It's ow.
Great. You know, Drill Wisp just isn't as fun when you're trying to navigate through tight, narrow corridors.
Oh wait, I don't know.
Also, the coloring on this screen is a bit dim, and I can hardly tell the difference between the between the dirt and the walls. Wait, does Knuckles have like an air meter?
Yeah, he has a meter.
Oh god. Nope, you didn't manage to avoid drowning that time. Sorry, Emma.
Are you on a Metal Gear binge?
No, I actually haven't. I haven't touched Metal Gear in a few months. I was thinking of playing it around the time that you did the reviews, but time just wasn't on my side.
Yeah, I get reports all the time. People say when I'm in the middle of a marathon, they play the games alongside with me, just so they can give insight on this and that in the comment section. It's pretty interesting.
Well, your Street Fighter review did influence me to get Ultra Street Fighter 4 on Steam again. On Steam for the first time, but I used to own it on the PS3.
I completely forgot Ultra Street Fighter 4 was even a thing on PS4. I would have brought mention to it in the review if I knew that.
Oh, is it on PS4?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I bought it on Steam during the summer sale, so
Oh, okay.
it was like $7, and I'm like, $7 for that many characters? Hell yes!
Sign me up.
I am glad they finally added Ibuki to Street Fighter 5. I really missed playing as Ibuki.
Still waiting for Sakura.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that Sakura wasn't one of the, like, I half expect them to add a version of Sakura that is actually really different than Ryu. Because, this would be the game to do that in, since they're shaking it up so much with certain characters. Of course, it won't be a true Street Fighter experience until we can play as Dan again.
Right now, he's just acting as like a narrator for like the shop.
Yeah, I know, it's so weird. Like, Dan is in all the menus, but you can't play as him. Apparently, if you really know what you're doing, Dan is a great character to play as, which is surprising.
I like how this stream has barely anything to do with Sonic Boom anymore.
No,
Well,
well, it kind of happens.
Even when you get into new stages in this game, it's very obviously
The same thing, just with a different color tint.
yeah, it's there aren't really any unique gimmicks here. It's just
the same thing over and over.
it's a different layout of the same obstacles and interactable things. Also, Robo Shell Robo, no, I do not have an arcade stick. If I can afford an arcade stick, I would probably have that apartment already. And no, I don't want to get a really cheap arcade stick, because those things aren't usually any good. The whole attraction of an arcade stick is that they use arcade tier parts and pieces, and those things have to be, durable, because a bunch of random people are messing with them every day.
So we're racing Shadow now.
I'm Shadow Hedgehog.
Wonderful. I always wanted a I always wanted a Sonic Rivals 3.
I'll use your chaos control.
Oh man, that was some straight up battle construction vehicle sound editing there.
The one good thing about Sonic Adventure 1 on PC, on Steam at least, is you can actually change the audio levels. for the music and the sound effects.
Oh, so
and
you can
the-
actually hear things worth a damn.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now the sound mixing isn't an issue anymore, technically.
I could finally hear Eggman said he came here because he was following the signal with the Master Emerald. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Master Emerald, is it not?
No, that's SA2.
Yeah, I know, because I can finally hear the damn thing.
No, but I don't know if you can change that on the PC version of SA2. I mean, imagine you can if you mod it, but by default, SADX now has that.
That's good, at least.
Yeah. They just need to add that to SA2, and they're golden. One less issue for people to complain about.
Victory! Yeah, kiss my ass, Shadow. Take off that goofy ass hat. Oh wait, I think I remember that. He's being mind controlled in this game.
So
Look how dead Shadow just looked. He's just like,
he's just sort of standing there, letting Sonic do his victory animation.
he just doesn't care. How many more pieces of the crystal do we have to unshatter? Do we have to unshatter all of that?
Well, you know, in the
Shadow.
cartoon, I get the feeling it's supposed to be comedic that Shadow is so edgy, because that's kind of the cartoon's tone. It's all jokes and humor all over the place.
Hmm.
It's actually strange to play the game and then watch the cartoon because the characters feel different. Well, I mean, except for Knuckles, he's an idiot in both, but like Amy is pretty obviously supposed to be taken as very, very competent in the video games. In the cartoon, well, she has some of that, but she's played for laughs a lot more. Sonic is basically the same in both, but that's because you can't really have a Sonic without Sonic's attitude. And Tails is more of I guess an exaggerated genius
Mm-hmm.
in the cartoon.
His level of intellect is grossly exaggerated.
No, I mean like they play up the fact that he's a genius handyman type thing, whereas it's just sort of treated as fact in the games.
You gotta take the game's word for it. Yeah, he built a rocket for the tornado. And what? You can't do it.
I mean, like the characters treated as something that they just take for granted, and Tails doesn't really push it himself.
Apparently, Final Fantasy 13 might be coming to current gen consoles.
No, Final Fantasy 13 has a Steam release, so it would be really easy for them to port it.
I heard the Steam release of 13 though is not as optimized as it should be.
Well, yeah.
So if you play it in 1080p, some of the stuff just doesn't appear.
Wow.
It only appears if you play it in 720, at least when I played it.
Yeah, console to PC ports are notorious for being not so great. A lot of the time it's usually just this game takes obviously more hardware than it really should, but sometimes well, bugs will happen. I like how sticks can just throw her boomerang forward, but it'll go straight up if you're holding up. That just looks so unnatural. And I know I'm probably a few seconds behind again, but eh. Can you mod any of the 13 games on Steam? I actually have no idea if Final Fantasy 13 is moddable, but I would guess not. Because even if a game is on PC, that's not a guarantee that people will be able to mod it efficiently.
People will find a way, though.
There are limits to what modding can do, and a lot of it has to do with what kind of basic file system a game is built on. For example, Dragon Age 2 has a folder that's built that exists in your documents specifically so that you can install mods without actually changing your game installation. Which makes it incredibly easy to mod. Intentionally, because the developers know their audience and know that, like, allowing their fans to mod can only help the game. But the Mass Effect series was built on the Unreal Engine. I think it was Unreal anyway. And the way its files are arranged makes it pretty difficult to mod. And, there are some extensive modding tools for Mass Effect 3, but you won't find very many mods at all, except for texture mods and stuff for the other two games. Is it just me, or does it look really difficult to control yourself when you're on springs in this game?
No, the springs for the most part take you where you need to go and nothing but.
Oh, so they're stiff.
Yes.
I hate that. Like, I seriously hate that. And it was something that I hated in Sonic 4 too, where, the springs always shot you in one direction regardless of from what angle you hit them.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the coolest things in the classics was the way you could manipulate springs.
Yeah, springs were momentum based in classic games.
Yeah, so if you were moving forward when you landed on one, you would keep moving forward when it bounced you up. You didn't have to find a spring that was diagonal in order to move diagonal. You could just use a flat old vertical spring for that, if you knew what you were doing. I think it was actually only the diagonal springs that ever sent you in a fixed direction, but even that was a bit momentum-based.
Momentum-based platforming?
No.
Anyway, guys, feel free to send in some more donations. We're raising money for a very good cause. We're raising money for the Dreamscape Foundation, who are helping to accommodate disabled classrooms and provide, resources for disabled students and whatnot in order to lower the dropout rate. So if you want to donate, feel free to press that big green donate button underneath there, and you can send off a donation. We still have the incentives, Action 52's bid war for what game I play first, the Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which version Johnny plays, Shadow the Hedgehog, which Ron is played, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time, which Turtle Ryan will play, as Leonardo is currently in the lead there, with no one else being, donated towards. I'd say Gareth would be pretty pissed off that Donatello's not being played as, but,
I will say I do like the look of this particular level. It probably looked better on a smaller screen than I'm watching it on, of course. But this stage does look suitably mystic and all that.
Yeah, it's the Ancient City. It's the name of the level.
Yeah. I mean, this looks like it could have been a level in a classic Sonic game, sort of like Sky Sanctuary or something. Although now that you're indoors, it kind of looks like, something out of Jak and Daxter again. What is it with Sonic Boom and always looking like something Naughty Dog made?
Sanzuru has some ties to Sly Cooper. I think they developed the fourth game.
No, but even those wooden spikes in some of the pits. The wooden jutting spikes that are at angles and stuff. Crash Bandicoot did that stuff a lot. That was a lot of the spike pits in the first island of the first game, I think, were jutting wooden spikes.
Look at those cheeks! Jesus! It's like inflating your lips with air.
Knuckles' hands look worse than his mouth, though. It's like he just has his knuckles duct taped on.
He looks like a cosplayer.
Speaking of which, my brother got a really cool replica Mega Man cannon from GameStop's rewards program today. It just showed up. It's like a chunk of cosplay with sound effects and lights and everything. And it has a display stand if you just want to stick it on a shelf. But you can hold down the trigger on the inside and it'll make the charge shot sound. You can rapid fire it and it'll just sound like the Mega Buster. or you can turn it off and it'll make the sound Mega Man makes when he explodes.
That's depressing. You're done having fun now. Now Mega Man has to die. You did this to him!
I
Man.
gotta do what I should have done.
And I thought Undertale was meta.
Oh, I thought I hit the A button in time.
Bye bye, THP.
Goodbye and good riddance!
Loosh.
I know I shouldn't be boosting all the goddamn time, but I can't help it. I gotta go fest.
The Sonic game.
For some reason, moving left and right in these tracks sounds remarkably like when Link picks up a pot from Link to the Past. And I know that's really odd to bring up, but it sounds remarkably like the same exact sound effect.
Huh. Strange.
Isn't
I
it?
can't hear it because I've got the stream muted. Otherwise, I'd be hearing everything we say like 5 to 10 seconds after we say it.
No, but you can have a conversation with yourself.
Oh my god, someone edited like FTCR faces onto the Doug opening.
My favorite thing to come out of that was Pork Chop's expression with the ellipses.
Yeah.
Like someone made a clear PNG of the face, and that's fine. But to me, it's better with the ellipses text because it's the perfect reactionary image to something you can't believe is actually happening.
And you know, I'm just thinking about this now because I'm that far gone that I can actually think about this stuff. But like, I was looking at the at Sonic's scarf thing as the level started out. And I was like, man, all he needs is a hat like the one Knuckles has. And then I was like, wait, Knuckles doesn't have a hat. And I spent like 5 seconds trying to remember where I was thinking of Knuckles with a hat from. Oh, it was the OVA because he had the stupid Indiana Jones hat.
That was an awesome hat. He needs to get that hat back. That way they can sell 2 different Knuckles figures.
But I was like,
without the hat.
But I was thinking about this and I was like, well, what's the connection between Knuckles and Indiana Jones? I don't get it. Like, it would have made sense if the OVA was
Indiana
after
Jones
Sonic
is known for
Adventure.
his gliding prowess and climbing walls.
Like, it would have made sense if it was after Sonic Adventure because Knuckles had the treasure hunting levels, but
Wait,
this
hold
was
on.
Before Sonic Adventure.
I
so...
say that out loud. But wasn't there a sequence in Indiana Jones where Indiana glided with a raft?
I think he slid down a mountainside or something with a raft. I don't know.
Chat, please confirm. I'm not crazy, right? What am I thinking of?
It might be something in Last Crusade, but I'm not sure. Like,
It was ridiculous as shit. I know that for a fact.
It's been ages and ages since I watched Last Crusade. The only thing I remember for certain about Indiana Jones is that people were being goddamn hypocrites when they made such a big deal out of the refrigerator thing. Because Indiana Jones does stupid shit in every movie.
But that's drawing the line, Lewis. I just can't buy that. I can buy a voodoo master taking out someone's heart and the guy's okay. But I cannot take Nuke in the fridge. No, sir.
Well, all the fridge was supposed to do was, you know, protect him from radiation. Because lead lined and everything.
At a 5,000-foot drop.
That too, yeah. I mean, realistically, all of his bones should have shattered in there, but...
Well, realistically, what should have came out of the fridge was mush. Indiana mush.
Temple of Doom, Indy fell out of a plane on a raft. There we go.
There we go. And he did glide for a while. Because Spielberg and George Lucas. Is that where it came? Yeah, that's where it came.
Yeah, I didn't mind Kingdom of the Crystal Skull at all. It wasn't amazing, but I'm not the biggest Indiana Jones fan in the first place, so maybe that didn't annoy me as much.
I've only seen Raiders of the Lost Ark maybe twice in my lifetime. I've seen Temple of Doom maybe 3. And Last Crusade probably only 1.5 times, and that was a very long time ago. And Kingdom of the Crystal Skull I've yet to fully watch.
The only thing that bothers me about Temple of Doom, really, I'm saying this in response to Clement saying it's the best movie. The only thing that bothers me about Temple of Doom is that it feels so disconnected from all the other Indiana Jones movies. It's just this random adventure he had between dealing with Nazis and all the other stuff.
Is it a prequel?
No, it wasn't a prequel.
I was sure Temple of Doom was a prequel to the first one.
No, I don't think so.
Temple of Doom was my first indie film. I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark after that. Well, I watched Star Wars more than I have Indiana Jones. So.
Yeah. Indiana Jones is more just really iconic as a character. Not necessarily a movie that everyone has watched the way Star Wars tends to be.
I would argue for Raiders of the Lost Ark is because of the movie, not so much because of Indiana.
Well, yeah.
Because Raiders of the Lost Ark has a lot of memorable sequences in that one.
Yeah, you have to have a good movie-going experience before you get iconic, but like a lot of people these days just know Indiana Jones because the character is so familiar.
And Harrison Ford.
Yeah, and Harrison Ford. But like the character of Indiana Jones inspired a lot of stuff like Tomb Raider and Uncharted to a certain extent.
Are you going to see, what's the name of the spin-off Star Wars film that's coming out this year?
Rogue One.
Rogue One, yeah. Are you going to see that?
Oh, definitely. I mean, why even bother asking?
I figured I'd just get another conversation going.
Yeah, I want to see it, and you know, I'm interested to see a Star Wars movie that's actually focused on something other than the Jedi, because like there's a lot of cool stuff with non-Jedi plot lines and characters in the expanded universe, in the MMORPGs, everything like that, but the movies are all very focused on the Jedis, on the Skywalkers, so you don't necessarily get to see as much of the rest of the Star Wars universe. But now that we're doing these spin-off things, we'll get to see a little bit more of what war in Star Wars is like, as opposed to just an occasional few battles in between Jedi stuff. And we'll also get to see, yeah, like if they do that Boba Fett movie, what being a bounty hunter in the Star Wars universe is like. And you know, other things in Star Wars have covered that territory, but it'll be cool to see an actual movie about it, you know?
Agreed. That and has Forrest Whitaker. And I can't wait to see what he does in a Star Wars role. I watched Bloodsport nearly a month ago, Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. I don't know if maybe you ever watched it, but
I've never watched anything with Jean-Claude Van Damme except Street Fighter.
not even The Quest?
No.
I think I may have to change that when we see each other again.
It's like, it wasn't until recent years that I started watching a lot of older movies. Like, I hadn't watched a single Bruce Lee movie until last year. Like, I'd heard of Bruce Lee, I knew who he was, but it wasn't until last year that I started watching his movies.
We need to get you up in your Jean-Claude Van Damme experience. But either way, the reason why I brought up Bloodsport is because I would think it was like one of Forrest Whitaker's earliest roles, and it's so weird seeing him with A, hair, B, that youthful face, and C, it was before he had that bit of the lazy eye that he has.
Huh.
And it's just your eyes. You have not yet ascended.
Are you going in circles again?
You know what? I won't know until I flick the switch.
This level just kind of looks like...
I got my food, so I'll be a little quiet while I'm eating it.
I figured. I thought you were already eating your food.
Fair enough. I'll be back in a few minutes.
This level just looks so generic, Naughty Dog. Like whenever they do something mechanical, it has this basic look to it. Well, the slime is new, sort of, but
Yeah,
not
I
an
look at this
interesting
level
kind
as just one of the whatever the underwater base was in Rise of Lyric. It's pretty much the same sort of aesthetic.
Yeah, wasn't that the level I said just looked like the precursor city from Jack and Daxter?
To your point. On the other hand, we are getting closer to the end of the game.
So, who put these grapple points here, and why do they never run out of jet
I'm
fuel?
gonna have to ask you to shut the fuck up right now.
Ryan's looking for an ETA on ending Sonic.
Who?
Ryan is looking for an ETA on ending Sonic.
About an hour?
Okay.
No, less than an hour. Less than an hour. Less than an hour.
Alright.
And to think, we might have actually tried to do this without skipping all the collectathon stuff.
That was a mind fart on my end because I forgot how tedious the beginning of Shattered Crystal was. Like, I remember, I thought back to my review and I was like, I remember saying the levels lasted about 20 minutes, and I was like, but that was only because I never played the game before, so surely if I play the game now, I'll have previous knowledge of how this and that worked, and it's like, no, it's by design that they take that long. Because you have to keep revisiting levels with extra characters.
Yeah. That kind of game design just pisses me off, where the game is literally making you repeat stuff for the sake of keeping the game going longer.
Yeah,
it's
not like Metroidvania where you get all of these new upgrades that you just have so much fun with that makes repeated visits fun. You know, it's a problem with like it's kind of funny because I earlier complimented how characters are just pretty much extensions of Sonic, but that also means that in terms of exploration, it's pretty samey.
Yeah. But you know, they could have easily just designed the game so that the levels didn't start introducing real character specific gimmicks until you had that character.
Yeah,
Because-
where like level 1 is strictly a Sonic level, level 2 is Tails, level 3 is Knuckles, level 4 Sticks, etc., etc.
Yeah, the way the characters in this game are used is kind of like, and this is a weird game to bring up in the context of Sonic. Have you ever played Dark Cloud on the PS2?
I know of it.
Yeah, you have like, as you go through the game, you recruit up to like 4 different characters that you can switch between on the fly, and they all have their own little exploration mechanics. So like, as you get them, you have to switch to that character to get past a pit or something. It's kind of like that.
Why is that? Why do I hear? Why do I suddenly hear Entom in the stream? Mia, are you watching HFC again? No, seriously,
man.
everybody else heard that, right?
I heard it, yeah. But, oh man, that's like, okay, the commentary's got so boring that even the commentators have started watching another commentary during the commentary. Oh, Jesus.
Oh wait, there's a race here. Who am I racing against again? Was it at Metal Sonic?
Probably. Those were the 2 rivals at Rise of Lyric that you had to deal with, Metal Sonic and Shadow. Has Metal Sonic showed up in the cartoon?
Has he? I don't know. Chat could probably answer that question for you.
I just need to wait 10 seconds for them to hear it. Zoom.
Zop, zoobity-bop. Rolling around at the speed of meh.
You know, this looks a lot more dynamic than the one in Sonic Generations, but something tells me the one in Sonic Generations would actually be more fun.
I think the races are better paced than the ones in Rivals, but you know, you sacrifice the gimmick of Rivals for that, but then again, if you don't like Rivals, that's probably a positive thing. I'm staying quiet so I can hear the commentary that Mia's listening to.
Let's see if we can sync it up to the commentary here and just you know, let Tom do our talking for us. All right. Boom. Alright, let's see.
That's probably going to give me a commanding lead right there. Oh, no, actually, Metal Sonic just sunk up with me.
This race is going on a little too long for my
It's
tastes.
pretty long, yeah. But it's over regardless. Well, at least I've been getting the races on my first try. Pretty happy about that. Yeah, fuck you, Metal Sonic. Kiss my ass.
Metal Sonic doesn't have a mouth. Just saying.
Alright, rub against my ass then. Jesus Christ, if you're gonna be that picky.
You don't want him to do that either, because he's got that metal spike on his nose.
His cheeks have those bolts too, you're right. Just look at my ass. No, wait, he has laser vision.
Wait, does he?
I don't know, but I'm not gonna take that chance.
Okay, question in the chat for both of us. Do we watch EVO?
The fighting tournaments?
Yeah.
Not really.
And I only watch, like, occasional matches from EVO. Because, like, I don't care enough about fighting games to sit down for an hour and watch a whole bunch of matches back to back. But sometimes I do watch matches that look fun.
No, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I thought this is my master file. Apparently I didn't unlock the volcanic caverns? No, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I've beaten Lyric.
Huh.
Huh. Bizarre. Let me check the, let me get the seaside code for a second.
Maybe this was just the point in the game where you said, fuck it.
No, because I'm pretty sure I beat the ending. Because I know the ending of the game is where like, Shadow is like pissed off at Lyric for like doing mind control and shit. Wait, I didn't unlock this? This is the first warp tunnel sequence in the game. How the hell did I ignore this? I am confused. I know, Tom.
Mia, can you even hear us?
Probably not, if she hasn't been responding at this point. Mia, anime is not real. Sorry to say. Someone's got to tell you, but it's not real.
Oh god, it's another goddamn tunnel.
This is the first warp tunnel sequence of the game. Apparently in my old file I didn't do this one.
Huh. Are you playing on a cart?
Yeah, playing on a cart.
Are you sure it's the correct cart?
Yeah, I only
Like-
have one Shadow Crystal.
Like you didn't get your brother's game by mistake or something?
Nobody plays Sonic games besides myself.
Okay.
My brothers know better.
Oh, man.
Well, this is the first one tunnel stage. It's actually a pretty easy stage. So. You like bagels?
Yeah, actually I do. I very much like bagels.
Preference?
Regular bagels with cream cheese
Oh,
on them.
you were so boring.
Hey, you can't fault what works, okay?
Cinnamon raisin works.
Also, I've never had a chance to have cinnamon and raisin bagels, unfortunately.
Why are you
I
so
don't-
deprived in life?
Well, I only ever had bagels at school, and they only sold one kind of bagel, which was regular bagel.
Should have cinnamon raisin, onion, poppy seed. They're all good. You're close to a Dunkin' Donuts, are you?
Not actually, no.
You're closer to a Wawa than probably a Dunkin' Donuts.
I'd probably have to go down the highway a bit to get to a Dunkin' Donuts. And you know, if you got a Wawa closer than Dunkin' Donuts, there's no point going anywhere else.
Yeah, it's a good point.
This game is so boring.
No, it's riveting. We're just not seeing the inner layers.
Oh yeah, Sonic is obviously Ness. No, I can't even say that with a straight face. That would actually be a pretty cool fan game, a Sonic Undertale crossover. Like a deconstruction of what it means to go fast in a video game and how immoral that is. You should be going slow and taking it all in. The
How
mountains
dare you
have
try to go
feeling.
fast? Get the... You think about all that dirt you walk past? You ever considered that dirt may have a family? Fuck you.
I can't look away from Knuckles' face. I just can't.
Ancients, plane, volcano, hidden, advanced deck.
Okay, hang on. Crazy even asked, what do you two recommend for my eventual trip to a Wawa when I go to eastern Pennsylvania? Man, you know, I can't recommend any one thing because Wawa's actually got a really good deli with a lot of great options. I will say that you're probably better off with a chicken cheesesteak than any of the breaded chicken sandwiches. Because the breaded chicken is just the chicken strips on a sandwich roll. But apart from that, I don't really have any recommendations. Get whatever is to your taste. Wawa's got options for everyone.
If you drink coffee, have their coffee.
Oh yeah, apparently Wawa's got good coffee for people who like that stuff. I don't like coffee.
I like that stuff.
Although I'm a soda person though, and Wawa has me covered there too because, well, at least my local Wawa always has a sale on multiple 2-liter bottles of soda.
And for record,
Like,
we're not being sponsored to say this. We're just a fan. A fan and a very happy customer.
Yeah, when my girlfriend was here after TMG, she had her first visit to Wawa, and she liked the place too. Wawa's slowly spreading across the country. I think Florida got their first Wawas relatively
a few
recently.
years ago, yeah.
Yeah. On the one hand, I wish they'd get off their ass and you know, start super Wawas in every state so that I wouldn't have to explain this stuff every 2 weeks. But on the other hand, I know that it's not exactly the cheapest or easiest thing to make that many shops that have this much stuff in it. It's not like Wawa is just another convenience store.
If you're in West PA, there's not even a Wawa there. It's, I think it's Sheets.
Mm. But yeah, you could basically live out of Wawa if you wanted to. Like if you got a Wawa near your house, you don't gotta shop anywhere else. They've got you covered.
Hey, I was HFC.
Oh. How did you hear that?
We heard everything, and we couldn't hear you. I don't know. I don't know if you had the mic muted or not. We heard everything.
Skype. I think Skype might just automatically change. I don't know how it does that because there's literally no way. My microphone was literally off.
What commentary were you watching?
Lost World.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Topical, cause scenic.
Wait, how did you turn off your microphone exactly?
Like at the switch.
At the
Like there's a switch on it.
Like you push the mute button?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you just unplugged it or something, then it probably switched to some sort of external, some sort of built-in mic, and.
Yeah, that is so weird. Out of curiosity, can you hear it now?
No. Hey.
Huh? Yeah, I can hear it.
Well, what? Hear what?
Yeah. It was still going in the background.
Oh, was it? Okay.
How the fuck is that happening?
Hey, better HFC than porn.
Someone in the chat did say that eventually you were gonna start watching porn and we were gonna hear it.
That implies I watch videos, fams. Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
Oh well.
Oh, you're on Lava Mountain here as well.
Anyway, we've gone a long time without mentioning it, so this is a charity stream for Dreamscape. Supports classrooms for special needs students and everything. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you should all hit that donate button and donate something.
Did you guys read out Pizza Pants' donation?
I don't believe we did.
Okay, $2 for Pizza Pants. Take these $2 to teach Boom Knuckles how to tie his shoes. Would you agree that the addition of sticks is one of the upsides of the Boom sub-series?
Yes, I would agree, but
Yeah.
Why does Knuckles need to know how to tie his shoes? He just needs to learn that he doesn't have shoelaces.
Good point. Like, why would you need
Sticks is
to...
an extra character.
That's why I don't wear shoes with laces.
I wear
Or try
boots
not
with,
to.
I wear boots with buckles because I'm try-hard like that.
No, you're lazy.
Now, buckles can actually be a bit more time-consuming to deal with. But, you know, they don't come untied, is the major strength. Because my shoelaces come untied after a while. It's just inevitable as you walk around. Even if you double knot it, eventually that knot is going to loosen. So... here we are talking about shoes. How about soap shoes? Have you ever seen a pair of soap shoes?
THB, who was in the chat earlier, used to have them.
That's actually...
Apparently they do help grinding on, like, actual, like,
Well, yeah, they're meant for
rails.
that.
Yeah.
Why would you do that in
Parkour.
person? Like, why would you do that? No, but, like, why would you... When I think of grinding, I think of someone in space, like, grinding on, like, tons of rails, like, in Final Rush.
Well, it's a parkour thing.
guess.
Parkour, however you say that. Yeah. Like, and people just do that, you know, for fun. It's an athletic thing.
If I tried it, it would probably not work.
Well,
I can climb upstairs.
Can TJ join?
Yeah, if you want.
you know, there have been times when I've considered going out and, you know, just practicing the basics of parkour movements, just to, you know, be able to do it.
If I tried, I wouldn't be able to. I'd be worse than Lost World.
Yeah, the thing is, I know that basically any athletic thing that I want to do would take a lot of time for me to get vaguely competent at, so I've sort of been holding off until I have time, really.
I can walk. I can walk a whole 2 miles. No, I can walk 4 miles because I got to walk back to the house.
You keep missing this grapple point.
Because A-Button's
Yeah.
not doing shit.
Oh, there's TJ.
Here I am.
TJ, my man, please, make the boredom go away.
Hey TJ, Uncle Ben.
Why? Why would you do that?
To make you cry.
That's terrible.
I know. That's why it's funny.
That's also terrible. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. I've been trying
It's Sonic
to...
Boom Shattered Crystal and it's shite.
Oh god.
Well, you know, I would imagine this game is okay enough to play when you're not playing it in a rush, you know, when you're actually playing it in short spurts like a handheld game is meant to be played. But marathoning it? No.
Wait. You mean you don't sit for hours on end and play handheld games?
I can't stand playing handheld games for more than half an hour at a time, which is why I can't stand that they release so many goddamn RPGs on it.
Oh god. I put so many hours into Pokemon X. Like all day, Lewis. All day.
Yeah, and here I am sitting next to the first berry house in Omega Ruby. I really need to finish that game.
I never even picked those up.
It's like, I haven't touched my file in months, but I've been catching Pokemon anyway, thanks to mystery gifts, and now I've got, like, all the mythics. You know, Mew, Celebi, whatever comes after Celebi, and, Shaman.
Celicy.
Wasn't the one after Celebi like Jirachi or something like that? Or was that Gen 4?
Oh, Jirachi is one of the ones that I have, I know that.
Hey, which
Oh,
Pikachu
yeah.
is that?
And they also released temporarily a shiny version of the Y-shaped bird thing. The version of it that winds up looking like a piece of bacon.
What?
Yeah, one of the versions of, I can't pronounce the name, something with a Y in it. One of the versions of that Pokemon is colored in patterns so that it looks like a sentient strip of bacon.
Of course!
They already had ice cream cones, so...
What would you prefer, bacon Pokemon or ice cream Pokemon?
Here's the question, why only have one?
Why
The only-
can't we have Pokemon?
You know, the ice cream Pokemon didn't weird me out so much as the fact that the champion in that game had one. It's like, okay, if you're gonna have the wacky Pokemon, why give it to the champion? Isn't that the one that's supposed to be like an epic showdown?
Because it's there to humiliate you. If you lose to the champion, you're like, I lost to an ice cream cone.
The battle didn't even start.
you just keel over from laughter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Yveltal. Yveltal, something like that. Something like that. I just call it Bacon Bird.
TJ, were you there when I got caught listening to HFC?
Yes.
Oh dear.
What is your
Oh my
problem?
It's more embarrassing than porn.
Yeah, I would agree with that statement.
Look at that face. Look at that shit-eating face.
That's a face only a mother could love.
Yeah, shut up, Knuckles' mother is dead, you idiot.
Oh jeez.
Oh jeez, awkward. Look at the faces he's making. And it's only because his cheeks are so bloated.
I'm Knuckles.
I'm Buffles.
Styx is right. Gee, I never thought I'd say that.
Seriously, what's up with these faces he's making?
Can we just land? No, I forgot to put in the landing gear.
Now, you see, the joke is that they're not actually on a plane. It's just, you know, a carnival ride with one of those conveyor belt backgrounds behind it.
Carnival!
Ah! I need two
Did
more
anyone
medals.
ever, Lewis, did anyone ever get back to you and tell you if Metal Sonic was in the show or not?
They might have, but I might have missed it.
Because Leslie was, and it was awesome.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
He sounded like the Terminator.
I've done this before, goddammit. I've definitely been in Cloud Sanctuary before.
Hang on, this might not... Is this one of those games that resets to a certain point after you beat it?
It's like, I knew my mind wasn't playing fucking tricks on me.
Like, I know, like, Mass Effect 3, well, you can save during the end game, but if you save the game after beating the game, you get returned to before you go to the Elusive Man's headquarters, which is like a whole dungeon before the attack on Earth.
Sega actually placed their copyright on this.
Shattered Crystal is pretty broken.
Shattered Dreams. God damn. The
Is
fuck?
this the one that Ken Penders hates?
Is that-
We already made that joke,
I
TJ.
just like how that's a reference point. It's just the one that Ken Penders guy doesn't like. Oh my god. No, I know I beat this game because fucking the ending, Shadow hates Lyric of mind control and kicks the shit out of him and fuck. I saw that!
Oh, spoilers.
I saw that, goddammit! It's not here! I gotta do this grinding shit all over again.
Johnny, I'm pretty sure that you saw that ending on YouTube, and you're the reason why Sakurai didn't put an adventure mode in Smash 4.
Fuck him! I do it again.
Oh man. Now, if you want to mix it up and have a different flavor of boring for a little while, we could switch over to Sonic Chronicles.
No, there's just nothing there.
Is that the one with Knuckles?
Yeah.
Now, the Sonic Chronicles does dip into some Ken Penders-like territory with its plot, though.
No, I'm pretty sure that is the one that like caused a whole bunch of hullabaloo.
Oh yeah, because it goes into like echidna stuff, and apparently Ken Penders has a monopoly on echidna stuff.
He's got the monopoly.
You know, echidnas are an
echidna.
animal. You can't place copyright on them. Wait, does that mean I can copyright foxes?
Where
It's
were you
Sega.
when this whole Pender stuff was going down? You could have been the one to win this.
No, I'm going to I'm going to like sue Sega for using foxes.
Technically, Tails isn't a true fox because he has two tails, not one.
Fuck you, racist.
Hey, Tails has two foxes. Where's your one?
Don't tempt me.
You went there on Uncle Ben. You deserve this.
You know who else went there on Uncle Ben? The guy who killed him.
Oh, he went there.
I don't know
Spider-Man
who killed
said,
Uncle
"Oh,
Ben.
you fucked up. You went there."
Do you mean
Apparently,
Sandman accidentally?
in the chat, StarMech V says the story goes that Sega gave BioWare Archie issues for reference when they asked about Knuckles' backstory. So yeah, apparently there is a connection there.
Yeah, I thought that was it. I wasn't sure though.
It's actually really strange on Sega's part because they generally ignore
Yeah.
the Archie storyline, so I'm not sure how much I believe that. It might have been Sega of America that did that, actually.
It probably was Sega of America.
Yeah, so classic dumb move. What they really should have given them was Sonic Adventure.
Oh yeah.
Only time that he gets any real backstory.
No, just that song, Knuckles' song from Sonic Adventure. There, that's all you need to know.
He just stays up there and is assumed.
Ah,
dead.
but you know what? They should have just told. They should have just did what George Lucas did, and well, I think it was George Lucas. Might have just been Lucas Games in general. But they should have just told BioWare to make it up, because when BioWare was doing the Knights of the Old Republic games, they asked about stuff like the Sith, and a lot of what they had to do, they made up. Like the Sith motto, the Sith motto was made up by BioWare. And it's basically just a mocking version of the Jedi motto. That says all of the opposite things in the exact same order. Knights of the Old Republic was so good. Why was Sonic Chronicles so shit?
Because Penders. I don't know.
Jen Penders had nothing.
They should have just made Knights of the Old Republic, but just replace the characters with Sonic characters.
No,
That would be amazing.
that would have been terrible. You know,
Exactly.
the basic idea of the battle system and exploration system in Sonic Chronicles is not bad. Like, you can see where it could have been done well, it just wasn't.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It had potential.
Yeah. You know, Sonic as an RPG would work better as a Mario and Luigi type thing than, you know, real-time RPG type thing.
Sonic Chronicles, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. It's just me talking to a game for 10 minutes.
You got hit, Johnny.
Fuck me! This is dull!
This is that kind of game where, like, halfway through a level, you start looking slightly upward and to the left of the screen instead of at the screen, and you're just playing automatically and regretting that your hands are being used by the game console because you
I'm just
really wish
looking
you
at
could
the
do
ring
something
count.
else while it was happening.
I'm literally just looking at the ring count to see if Johnny ever gets 69 rings.
gonna happen.
I had it for an instant, then it was taken away.
Yeah.
That's all you can ever ask out of perfection.
I just want a goddamn crystal piece so that I can grind somewhere else.
But Johnny, aren't you great at Super Metroid?
What?
Poor Johnny.
Hi! Fuck, I couldn't even hype properly. These anti-hype bounce pads and shit.
It's a mouse pad.
It's a boost pad. Let's see, any new donations? Yes. We got a $1 donation from AD. That's all. There's nothing.
It's an ad.
No.
Ad block that shit.
No, it's a $1 donation. Don't block it. And $1 from Malaktori. Hello, hello, hello again. I have a request for T-Day Shrek voice. I was wondering if you could recite, not sing, the lyrics to Cake Song The Distance. Whether you know the song or not, you should try it. It are fun. Here are the lyrics, and don't feel the need to do the whole song. I'll link it in the Skype chat.
I think I know the words. Just give me a second.
You gonna do it, Shrek?
I might. Yeah, I'll probably do it.
Probably,
Go on,
maybe.
Shrek.
If I feel like it. Man, the bad guys in these games need to learn to order their robots not to arrange themselves into staircase patterns.
Damn you, Lyric. Knuckles just looks so fucking goofy when he's running. Ryan's asking if we're nearly done.
You got the last crystal? What the fuck was that? Never mind.
What should I say to Ryan?
Tell him, give me the final crystal.
Right.
Or else I'll take
Johnny,
it from him by force. The hard
Johnny
way.
says to give him the final curse, or else he will take it from you by force.
That's gonna make no goddamn sense unless Ryan is watching this.
No idea. I put I think so in brackets. Gotcha.
Okay, you guys ready?
I
Go
don't think
for
I
it.
can ever be ready, but okay.
I'm ready, I'm ready.
Shrek.
Still getting into character, okay?
You know, it's a good thing James Rolfe didn't try to be the boring video game nerd instead of the angry video game nerd, because this is not entertaining.
Yeah, it's pretty boring. Whenever you're ready, TJ.
He has to think about onions to get into character.
Onions, donkey!
Swamps.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line. Engines pumping and thumping in time. The green light flashes, the flags go up. Turning and burning, they yearn for the cup. They deftly maneuver and muscle for rank. Fuel burning fast on an empty tank. I don't know the rest of the words. I'm not gonna look at the link, cause that's dumb. My name is Shrek, and I like onions. I don't like donkey, except sometimes. Johnny's playing Shattered Crystal. It's not very fun, so this is what we got.
Uncle
Man.
Ben.
Ogres can't freestyle.
Johnny's going the distance.
And then he's going
getting that
back.
crystal. He's all alone, except for us. Playing Shattered Crystal. That was all worth it because Lewis hated it.
Holy fuck, this game.
Did you get the crystal?
No, I didn't get the goddamn crystal. It's you buy these upgrades and they don't show up in your fucking map, and it's just
He just hit the way up his swamp.
what is my life anymore?
Well,
I beat this game.
You gotta do it.
I know I did. I know I fucking beat this game. I saw the ending. God damn it.
I don't
shit.
know. I don't know what the right answer is right now. Except maybe,
Give me the left answer.
Go right.
well, the left answer, the correct answer is to stop playing the game that isn't fun. But we can't do that because we make videos on YouTube.
What would
Thank
Elliot
God
do?
we don't do that, TJ.
Yeah, right?
And I'm wondering.
Oh,
what
wait a minute.
What would Elliot do?
Clement suggested that maybe you saved over the file.
But that would require me playing the game after I reviewed it.
Something's fishy here. Mr. Johnny, where did you get your footage for that LP?
I know! I beat this game, and I know you don't have to. You don't have to get all the crystals to do it because it's optional shit.
Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal is a time travel. That's
Is
my
a
answer.
time travel.
It is time travels, actually, TJ. Learn your
The word you're looking for is memes.
No, it's a guy who said it. Naoto Oshima quotes.
Oh, so it was just a badly translated line.
Yeah, well, it's better than nothing.
He said it on Facebook, and he doesn't know English that well. I think it was Naoto Oshima, the creator of Sonic.
Okay.
Someone asked something why. Someone asked something like, "Why doesn't Sonic CD do this?" And he replied, "'Cause Sonic CD is time travels." I'm not sure if it was actually Oshima. It was either Oshima or Izuka, but I think Izuka actually knows English.
Why does it look like Johnny's playing Sonic Mario Party?
Because this is the level select screen.
I want 3+ crystals. If I stop here, I gotta make it up. Preferably with a different game. But I gotta make it up. Because right now, the only 2 games I have left in the schedule is Ghosts and Goblins.
Okay.
On is that tomorrow or Friday?
You said to fuck me, Ghosts and Goblins.
Well, if Ghosts and Goblins is one of your games, you've already made it up because that game makes up for everything. It's like the ultimate penance.
And then the last game I know is on that Sunday. That's Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which currently has a bid war going on for the record. You guys could choose between the PlayStation 1 version and the Sega Saturn version.
Salvador DS said do Chronicles.
Why would no? That's like 12.
Like how Johnny didn't even entertain the idea.
15 hours of dreck.
Well, you don't necessarily have to play through the game, but showing it off for a little while might be a bonus episode.
No. I learned from the Sonic-a-thon. There's nothing to be had.
That's a lie. Nobody learns anything from the Sonic-a-thon.
Do
Sonic Eraser.
Sonic.
It's like it's negative education.
Yeah.
It's not education. It's education.
In all seriousness, the Sonic Chronicles live stream would be the most boring thing on the planet. So no.
Oh God! If you thought our tangents this time were unrelated. Christ.
Let me see. Let me
I learned dolphins are monsters.
Oh, that's.
Yes, he did, Clement.
Played by to hell.
I learned that Johnny canceled the Sonic hacking contest.
And I'll do it again too if you keep bringing it up.
Watch me watch porn. I wasn't watching porn, I was watching HFC, which is infinitely more embarrassing.
I should do Sonic Adventure 3.
Sonic Adventure 7.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
Do the crash dance, Johnny.
I don't have my webcam set up.
Oh God, no, not Crash Dance. Please do the Zangief dance.
Just live stream a 7-hour loop of the crash dance and put a donation link in the bottom corner. Alright. Well, are we stopping here?
I believe so. I think Ryan is wondering when we're going to get to the fireworks factory. And I don't want to
John,
keep
when are we going to get to the fireworks factory?
This stream is a box, damn you! A box!
Let me see, because I see all the suggestions you guys are leaving in the chat right now, and
big rigs,
I want to do something of some caliber. And no, Zetsumi, I'm not doing another fucking 100% Sunshine Run. God damn it!
Oh God, no.
If you loved the people, you would.
I'm not doing that again. That was like 19 hours of torture. That wasn't a deal, Blackheart.
Salvador
Why
DS
does my stream
suggests
look like
Honey
this?
Pop. Salvador DS suggests Honey Pop.
Play the itchy and scratchy CD-ROM.
Lewis, what's Honey Pop?
Oh.
Oh, I'm not explaining it.
Hunted Pop.
Hun- A 100p variation of Honey Pop, where the only lady you're trying to woo is Rook. Rouge. She's sexy.
Well,
as
you know,
Rook.
Knuckles
Rook.
needs someone to interact with, if you know what I mean.
Rook the Bat.
Oh, Snorlax, we already did Corey in the house for the convention this year. We can't do it again now. Salvador DS suggests Pokemon Go.
I have a lure on right now, and there's literally no Pokemon in my neighborhood.
I'm in Ireland, so same. The only Pokemon I found was on my leg.
My brother somehow managed to catch like a whole page and a half of different Pokemon without going anywhere. I don't. What? Like
I don't know how that could happen.
he only goes as far as the Wawa, and that by car. So I'm not really
there
sure.
you go. Because he must have.
The Wawa
must
is
be
like
a Pokestop,
oh
and he must have gotten lures from there, and then he could just sit at home and turn a lure on, and then they come to him.
oh I see. Yeah, that would make sense. Huh. Alright. Well.
Streaming yourself.
Oh my god, yes.
I think they call that face cam.
John, you know
No.
what? You go stream yourself.
Oh my god. Go, let's play yourself. You should do Johnny versus Johnny live.
That Johnny, right? What a dickhead.
Salvador DS has suggested Love Live. I have no idea what it is, but it's probably a
mobile
stupid
game.
suggestion.
No, it's a mobile. It's a mobile game of the anime. It's a rhythm game. I know someone who's actually obsessed with it. But yeah, I don't play it though. It's not that fun. Just watch the anime.
Oh, okay.
Got cute grills.
Okay. I'll be open to suggestions pretty much the entire day, folks. As of now, I bid you adieu. Gotta give
Adieu.
control of the street. Oh yeah, adieu! To women again, my friends. But yeah, gotta make this up to you guys, because I know, like, I honestly forgot how fucking boring this game is.
Don't worry, Johnny.
Despite fundamentally being better than Rise of Lyric, it's just, ugh.
Man, sometimes pacing makes all the difference.
Again, I really hope Fire and Ice makes up for this shit. I really do.
I don't want to see Sonic games do badly. I want to see them do well. When they do badly, it's an unhappy thing for me.
Salvador, I'm not doing internet searches for BSC body pillows. Thank you very much. I'm happy with my TJ pillow. I mean, what?
So you're the one buyer.
Well, you were wondering who that SCM Johnny was.
Oh god, someone suggested Street Fighter V story mode. Don't do it, it's terrible.
Good and
John,
terrible
take
or
your-
bad terrible?
Johnny, play with your dick.
It's not the good kind of terrible, okay? It's the incredibly painfully mediocre kind of terrible. I don't like it. The cutscenes
no.
the story mode is it kind of feels like it's strung together with twine. The transitions are so terrible, and the actual cutscenes are kind of not that great. And that was delayed. That was delayed for several months because it wasn't ready when they released the game. So, disappoint.
Okay, here's one thing I'll ask chat before I get out of here. Would you guys want to see me have a good time or a bad time for whatever game I make it up for you guys? Keep in mind, I'm already doing Ghosts and Goblins for you. Soon-ish, but I figured I'd ask you guys anyway. That way I can gauge at least what I should attempt to make up with later down the week.
Amiibo wrestling.
Space Tree, yes, is not an answer.
Bad time.
That's kind of split.
A little split, but I'm seeing more good times than bad.
Aw, they all love you, Johnny. You should probably do like a straw poll or something, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably a good point.
This is not a democracy, damn it.
Salvador Diaz says he wants to see you have a good time with 06.
Have a good time with Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal.
Street Fighter the movie, the game. Someone suggested that multiple times. The same someone, I might say. Well... Oh, there's the straw poll.
Some taught me Johnny. Good time or a bad time?
Power levels rising. Play the game, you already lost it.
Featured poll for straw poll. Should Pokemon Go be banned in locations such as churches, cemeteries, or museums? Yes, no, and no idea. This is like right below your poll. It's like a sponsored poll.
Well,
Good is winning. Good has 69
no, not
votes.
that. I'm actually talking about the Pokemon Go poll. Should they be banned in locations such as churches, cemeteries, and museums?
Yes, games don't belong in sensitive locations. No players should be able to play anywhere, and no idea I am that person not playing.
Yeah.
Well, you see, what you should have to do is, if you're playing it in a cemetery, you should have to like actually put in some effort and dig people up to get the Pokemon.
No, what you should do is realize that you don't need to walk into the cemetery to access the stuff. You can just tap it on your screen. You don't need to be standing on top of the Pokemon. But it's a common misconception with Pokemon Go that people think they need to walk to exactly the spot the Pokemon is on their map before they can get it. They don't. If you can see it, it's in your little radar circle thing, your sonar thing. You can double tap it and it will show up.
Okay. Majority of the vote has it. Good is at 83 votes. Bad's at 13 votes. So I'll try and have a good time for the makeup. I'll have everything pretty much good to go when everything's ready. Get Pokemon responsibly. Yeah, I like that. Alright, guys. That's Sonic Boom Shattered Promises. Thanks for putting up with it for a while. And thanks again to everybody who donated during this run. I know you guys have been spreading the word a hell of a lot more vigorously than you have in this entire week. And we deeply appreciate that. We are raising money for the Dreamscape Foundation, helping kids with special needs get through classrooms and give them a proper education so everybody works out in the end. And that's all good. Fine. It's good. Yeah. I dig that.
Yeah, great, good,
Yeah, it's
grand,
good.
wonderful.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Good,
It's good.
great,
It's good.
awesome, outstanding, amazing.
Yeah. But I want to thank Lewis for joining me. I want to thank Mia for joining me. TJ, I know you've been here for like less than an hour, but
Yeah, I did the most work, you're right.
yeah, like I love it.
You had to cry over Uncle Ben.
Yeah. I like that. Shattered nerves. You're fucking right. It was whatever. I'm done. Alright, Ryan's coming back with Mario 64, assuming his internet doesn't shit out on him. And then he's going to be playing Turtles 4 Tit.
Yay!
And I think,
Turtles titties.
yeah, I like, you guys like Turtle Tits? Yeah, wait, there was a female turtle, actually. Venus? I think that was the name. Yeah.
We don't talk about her.
You're probably right. I've already probably got
You've
banned
crossed
in
the
like
line,
3
John.
different NeoGAF forms. Okay, we're done.